Say it right. Say the whole title. The way you said that was almost like an ASMR, like.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. We've been live for a little bit. I'm Nick.
I'm Tyler.
I'm the guy that can't stand Destiny. I'm Shannon.
I'm the guy who loves Destiny.
I'm the guy that can't stand Destiny. By the way, Nick, can you play this on Xbox and help me run through all of this stuff because I want to be ready for when the new expansion comes out.
My bubby helps me.
Yay!
He was like 60 light levels
I was so fucking
underneath where he needed to be to do.
I'll be the one to start the Destiny talk because we're gonna start it anyway.
I was actually going to start with my first question. That way we say Destiny till the end. But I mean,
I have
if you
one
want
comment to make then, and then we can jump off and then jump back.
If you want to make this all about Destiny, I mean, I'm ready.
No. So first of all, I'm still fighting. What was her name? The chick on the pike.
The writer.
The writer.
Fuck her.
I'm still fighting her, and I literally like the closest I got to beating her. I was like 20 minutes into the fight, and she was at like half health. Nick legit jumps in. What the fuck gun did you use?
Wendigo.
Like, I look up and he's like, I got this. And then her health goes. And I was like,
When did
what
you get
the
Wendigo?
No.
fuck?
Oh, I got Wendigo a while back.
Yeah, I got Wendigo.
But no, I unloaded. It was a full magazine, so it was
Okay,
a full
but
6 rounds.
still,
Like,
I was like, holy shit.
The grenade launcher for those of you who
Yeah.
are Destiny oriented.
It's a grenade launcher that the
It was like a
blast
12-second
the
fight.
blast radius is kind of shit. So you have to like directly hit, but if you directly hit, it also has a stun mechanic, so it stuns them.
That's right.
And
that's what
then,
you were telling me, she couldn't move. She just
And
took every
then
single bullet
my
out.
I think it's I forget what because I got the masterwork Wendigo and everything like that, so I forget what the big stat increase on that is, but I mean it's nuts.
So then we were fighting. Was it the trickster who goes through and keeps making projections of himself?
Mhm.
Yes.
So I run up and I was like, Nick, I found one. And he's like, okay, all you gotta do is shoot it. And I was like, how do you kill it? And he was like, you just shoot it. And I was like, that's not working. And he was like, you literally just shoot it. And I was like, no, it's saying he's immune. Like, I can't shoot him.
Yeah.
And Nick was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, maybe you weren't supposed to get that one yet. So hold on and like let me run through. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I was like, every single enemy that's coming at me is immune. Like, I don't see what's keeping them immune.
He's 60 light levels under.
You didn't know that, and I'm sitting there.
He can't do shit. So I'm
He's not seeing
soloing
what
this.
I'm doing. He doesn't see my level or anything. I'm just running through. I'm like, why is every fucking person immune? And I was like, dude, why is this guy's leveled question marks? And Nick was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, what? And he was like, just don't die and hide behind a rock. So like Nick's running through just soloing my mission for me.
Can we just take a moment real quick where Nick is the one carrying someone?
I know, for a change.
He was so proud.
Shots fired. What's wrong?
Check. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Now let's try it.
Muted? Who's muted?
I think it's me.
Titties.
Check.
Oh,
Oh,
legit, do you want to get to your question?
check. There we go.
You plugged in the right fucking cord?
Check. Yep.
You sure?
Yep, right
You
here.
brought that over last
Right here.
minute.
Nope, I got it. Right there. See, and it's
I'm
going up.
talking about your laptop.
Are you plugged into the mic or the headphone? He's not plugged in at all.
Hey!
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast. I've only had 2 drinks so far. Although everybody heard everything.
letting you
I'm
fucking
so
do all
glad
the
I
mixing?
asked so early in the podcast.
Why
Imagine
do
if
we
we
let
made it
him
all the
keep
way to
doing
the
it?
end. It's his equipment.
Is that
It is
bottle
just
still
a-
in the freezer?
Yes.
We should probably
What
go
bottle?
get that out.
Well,
Oh, I was
Wait,
going to
we-
bring some port and feel like piratey.
I just put it in there right before we start. It was about 9:20.
Yeah, but if this is a 2-hour
Okay,
podcast,
so we're at 40 minutes. A bottle of wine has been in the freezer. It should be.
Pretty
Go
chill
get
out.
it. We'll continue this conversation.
Yes. Thank you.
I mean, it's mead. You can
I
have
do.
some if you want. That's
I
what I'm
want-
grabbing more of now.
let Tyler
I
ask
want
his
some meat.
question, and then I have a comment to make on that question because no one here believes me, and I will prove my point.
You know-
So we'll start,
wait.
and we'll start.
I can't really back
We'll
up.
start
I'm too
talking
fat.
about everyone's topic. So the thing I really want to talk about is, and this stems
It was
from the
almost a
recent,
So since you're messing with it.
the recent patch on World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Okay.
I was
so-
just thinking of that actually.
I'm listening. They're not.
I know, I can tell.
I love
no,
Um,
it's. Can we reveal something real quick?
your penis.
Yeah. So,
Thank God, I've been waiting for
what
this day.
podcast was that? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was quite some time ago.
It was probably a couple months ago.
sitting over here staring at us like.
I'm done with your shit.
Probably a couple
I want
months.
bed.
Probably a couple months ago, you went on this mini little tirade looking
I
for
did.
your phone everywhere, and you found it under your chair. You just couldn't find it. You clearly never watched the podcast because I held it over here like 99% of the time.
Are you serious?
I stole
Why
it.
am I hearing this like
I
months
All right,
later?
so what
Your
happened-
phone- your phone is right here, and he just
I
like a fucking thief was like,
and just snatched it, and then it was like
Straight snatch
I-
your shit.
I was just holding. I'm like, what do I do with this? I look forward. And like, I show him. He's like,
literally, you're like looking at him talking, and I was just like, woo.
I don't watch it. I'm here
And then-
live. I don't need to
And
go
then
back
literally,
and
like
watch it.
at some point, you were like, "I'm getting a bunch of fucking text messages. Where's my phone?"
and they're like, did you check under your chair? And it's not there.
And
And then I specifically, he snuck it back to me, and I snuck it under your chair.
Me.
But yeah, no, that was.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
right,
Sorry, it was just
so-
a good moment of.
He was trying to mess with my phone. He
Everyone
was like,
wants more. We got more.
So my question stems from the recent patch on World of Warcraft 8.2.5.
The best, right?
So
So good.
the 0.5 patches are supposed to be typically like hot fixes, balance changes, some minor story content, and just they're intermediary patches to get us to the major patches, which are the 8.x's.
Yes.
So 8.2 has been out for a hot minute. 8.2.5 just came out, and in this, they're wrapping up the war campaign. And
Sure.
The war campaign for Battle of Azeroth has been the central focus for each of the factions.
Sure.
You know, the Horde trying to ally themselves with the Zandalari trolls and, you know, obtain Azerite with Sylvanas at the helm,
Sure.
while the Alliance.
Is this classic or regular?
This is
Regular.
retail, regular retail, not classic.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking regular retail, like where the game has been progressing for
Well, you
15
said
years.
Battle of Azeroth, and I just want to make sure because
Yes.
technically the origin classic was
Yes.
about Horde versus
So, and so this patch has the final quest line that brings the war campaign to a close.
sure.
Let's bring the war campaign to a close.
Do you want to pull this
Do you
table this
specifically refer
way?
to this war campaign?
'Cause, like-
Alliance versus Horde.
This war campaign for
Yeah,
No, because
Okay,
you're gonna
I
be
was
out of
gonna
frame.
say, I
It's like literally they've been fighting for 15 years.
Yes.
Why are we teaming up
Well,
now? Fuck the
so-
Alliance.
Sylvanas has been at the helm of the Horde,
Damn straight she has.
and she's done a lot of questionable shit.
No, she hasn't.
She burned Teldrassil.
Damn straight she did.
I feel like Joe has no idea what.
No, I absolutely do, because this is the only little bit I played, and I was glad she burned that fucking tree.
So Sylvanas burned the tree.
I was like, go, bitch! We're just murdering people. Let's go!
So she burned the tree.
Yeah.
Fuck this
Uh,
alliance.
when-
Literally the alliance of the
Then
alliance.
you know the story progressed into the new zones with Coltiris and Zandalar.
Sure.
Zoom tight.
You know, we meet our new allies, progress through their stories. Sort of invade and attack each other. 8.1 comes out, and the major raid is the Alliance literally attack the Horde's major city on the new continents.
That's cool.
They literally attack them. And the cool thing is the raids are actually separate. So if you're Alliance,
I heard about this.
you play through the first 3 bosses, and then you play through a bunch of Horde leaders.
So it's
If you're Horde,
Is it instance these towns or is no?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Six. I feel like that'd be an impossible raid at that
Yes.
point.
So you, as the
Everyone's just run
Horde,
through together.
you play through it, and then you fight the attacking Alliance bosses.
Sure.
So, like for Horde, if you play through the raid, the final boss is Jaina Proudmoore. You know, I mean, if you play the
Yeah.
game, she's a pretty prevalent lore
She's an
character.
ice
we murder
mage.
her?
And
Do
so
we murder her?
no, she does the whole enough and leaves with like 1% health left.
That's such a cop out.
That's Blizzard's favorite mechanic.
I used it in one of our whenever I pulled the dagger.
We're not
It-
being paid millions of dollars to make our campaign.
valid point, but in that campaign, when I pulled out the dagger in my head, I was like, all right, enough.
But 8.2 comes out, and we go to Nazjatar, which is Queen Ashara, who has been a mortal enemy
We
of
were talking
the,
about
of the
that.
Night Elves for the longest time. Night Elves are nowhere to be found in the story.
Good.
We're literally going back to fight like their mortal
Like a
enemy
drow.
and a massive lore character that's been prevalent in the series since
And he's just-
fucking
and they're nowhere?
Warcraft 2, and the biggest protagonists are nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Queen Tyrande for the Night Elves.
Yeah.
she's off in
I don't know if she was a queen.
she's off in fucking Ashendale somewhere, hell bent on revenge because Sylvanas burned a tree.
Yeah.
They fucking attacked first. Have you read the book though?
I did read the book before
I
the storm.
did attack first.
Before the storm, the Alliance attacked
I don't
first,
know how
and
to
before
read.
the storm,
What was you did? They were in the region.
they did not attack first. They were the ones instrumenting the
Hold on, there
meeting
was a
between
reason.
Undead and Alliance, and Sylvanas attacked first because
I
the
think they got upset
Undead
about
tried to
Somebody
defect.
stole their
Is
property
this
on
what we
Monopoly.
sound like when we talk about Destiny?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Go on.
Yes.
So, no, they did not attack first. But I digress. At the end, yes.
Sorry, just the
Yes.
way. You're like, but I digress, sir. Monocle.
So this patch comes out, and I can't help but feel like we're leading into World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria 2 Undead Boogaloo. Because literally,
First off, want.
because literally the cinematic is a mixed group of Alliance and Horde marching on the gates of Orgrimmar to unseat a despotic leader who is using some form of old god or death energy to make herself more powerful and gain more influence. This is literally Garrosh from Mists of Pandaria.
Yeah, but
We
maybe
will
that's the
argue,
issue is the
but
fact
hold
that.
on, once I find this, you and I can start arguing.
Oh, I want to finish.
just
I
need
want
my
to finish this
stats.
first. I want
Go
to finish
right
this first, and then
ahead.
we can go into that. But
So wait. So which Kung Fu Panda do we get in this expansion?
waiting to find out.
But we get
Literally, at the end of the throughout the cinematic, Sourfang dies
Wow, all those
For-
big words, and I forgot my top hat and monocle.
for no reason. He
Who's
literally
Sourfang?
he is a
Is he
he's
the
a,
warg?
he's a massive orc
Oh, never mind.
warrior.
Okay.
He's been High Overlord for the majority of the game.
Overlord?
He's from like
Close.
Warcraft 1.
Yeah.
He's a major lore character.
Yeah.
And the cinematic fight that he does for being this ultimately powerful warrior, he gets like he doesn't even land like any strikes. The fight starts, Sylvanas takes him down to like one knee. He comes back with like one attack, cuts Sylvanas like barely across the face, and then she kills him. There's no
So basically,
There's
it was
no-
Game of Thrones.
there's no
And the Night
justice.
King.
Yeah, there's no justice for this amazing character.
Yeah.
And then Sylvanas literally goes all angry. The Horde is nothing. And there's the meme right now that's floating around the WoW subreddit is Sylvanas does her whole the Horde is nothing.
Yeah.
And there's a undead like Queen's Guard, like a banner woman
Sure.
standing right there, and they've got the veil on, but you can see the undead skin and the glowing green eyes. And she says the Horde is nothing, and you just see the banner person go. But it's like the confused puppet
Yeah.
meme. But
So,
she screams the Horde is nothing.
She's the main boss now?
Banshee forms and then flies off into the sky and disappears, and that's the end of the cinematic. And then if you're in the game and you stand out front of the gates of
Maybe they're
Orgrimmar,
trying to give you mixed feelings because isn't Sylvanas like a fan favorite?
yes, and they're literally taking her story, which could be amazing, and just like they're running it along the same lines as Garrosh.
the thing
And
is, I
it's
feel
infuriating me because there's these major lore characters that we could be getting amazing story from, like back in the days of Wrath, Mists, and Cataclysm, which
Cataclysm.
I understand that those weren't some of the best expansions. Like Cataclysm wasn't very well received, but a lot of the
Cataclysm.
lore that we got for it was amazing.
Yeah.
They really fleshed the world out.
Yeah.
And they're taking these amazing characters, which we could be getting wonderful story for, and they're just like, oh, hey, remember that trope we did like 8 years ago? Let's do it again. And
See,
it's
I
just
disagree. I feel like they're trying to, in my opinion, and again, understand, not playing this game right now, but from what I've seen, no, I'm just saying, from what I'm seeing and what my opinion is, and I'm just wanting to see if this is what will happen. Again, I could be wrong, and it may go exactly as you're saying it is. But from what I think it is they gave us, okay, everything happened with Garrosh. And then now this is, okay, Sylvanas is starting to do the same thing. Everyone thinks Sylvanas is doing the same thing. Everyone thinks Sylvanas is doing the same thing. And then we're going to flip it and show you what's really going on. And everyone's going to be like, oh shit, that was what was happening.
Oh, so Sylvanas stays as the
that's-
fan favorite as a
that's the
twist
trope we're
ultimate.
expecting is,
not
Sylvanas
what
is
happened
doing,
with Garrosh,
Sylvanas
though.
is doing all of this and she's being made out to be the bad guy, and then she's going to come up and, oh, I was actually working to save you all this at this time.
I don't think
is
it'll
ex-
necessarily be that.
that is-
but I
which
think
is
it's going to be,
exactly
look,
what
this is the deal.
happened with
this
the
is what happened
entire-
behind the scenes you didn't see. That this is why I did it.
and I'm trying to save you all.
I don't think it necessarily
trying
that.
to
I think
Yeah,
it was,
but-
you guys fucked me. I fucked you in the ass harder.
I think we're just seeing
I
the
took the
same,
lube out.
the same exact story that Illidan took from Burning Crusade to the end of Legion. At Burning Crusade, he was the big bad. He was the guy on the art box. I mean, he was the big bad
He was
evil
the
guy.
villain.
He
Come
was
on.
the villain for
You're
the.
on the logo.
I mean, he was the. He
And now
was the
you
big
play
bad
as
guy.
him or you follow him.
And at the end of Legion, he's the guy that saves us all. He literally gives away his
It's a
existence.
full redemption
to-
story.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing the exact same thing for Sylvanas. So not only are
But
they
in a short
So
time
I
span.
think the hard thing you got to remember though is how long has this game been going?
15 years.
No.
Well, no, even longer
Technically,
than that.
yeah, Warcraft.
Upwards of 25, 30.
How far can you really take a story before you gotta come
Simpsons is at 31 years, so.
up? And clearly, nothing's changed there.
Let's look at. I mean, it's not a matter. It's not a matter of how when will the story end. It's a matter of. I mean, the
No,
world,
I think
the
what
world
I'm-
is so open. There's so many things
Right,
they
I
can
agree. I think the
issue.
issue, what I'm getting at, is everyone is so focused on the core characters,
Mhm.
right? Because World of Warcraft is about your character, but it's not. Your character has nothing
No
to do with
meaning
the
at
actual
all.
story.
Which is the one thing I didn't like about the
It is a big thing I didn't like either. That's why I like Star
I mean,
Wars,
that's why I
because
your,
like
your
ESO.
character
everything
is
was focused around
your
it.
character is
Soldier number A. Or number A. Letter A.
not,
Yes,
in the
Soldier
in-
number A.
in the recent expansions,
I
especially
stand by what I
in
said.
Legion and Battle for Azeroth, you actually are more along the lines of sort of the same role as like Guardians play in Destiny. You are the Guardian that has been chosen to
So was
Come
every
back and
single other motherfucker.
exactly.
So you're
Well,
not chosen. You're not
But no,
special.
the story revolves around you advancing the story and completing
Right.
these missions. You just happen to be doing it with people assisting you, i.e., other players. You're still referred to in the game as champion, savior of Azeroth, defeater of the Lich King, all this kind of stuff.
I guess I just
and
didn't play enough. 'cause
you're
I
still
never saw
talked
anything
about,
to
like,
that
they-
extent.
You can go to memorials in the game. Like there's a memorial in Dalaran for the people that killed the Lich King, and it's a memorial to Tyrion Fordring because he's the one that died. But on the plaque it says, "To the brave adventurers that fought alongside Tyrion and
But what you
defeated
just
the Lich,
said,
Lich King."
adventurers, plural.
Because
Because you would have gone
But-
through with a party.
you would have
Right.
gone through with the
But
party.
again, the
my
whole thing
point-
is you are so special. You were chosen. You have been chosen. You are the special one. So are these other 18,000 people. But we're not going to talk
Well,
about
no,
them.
But
That's
the
the-
main part where it's your special is instanced into a group of at most 40 people.
But what he's saying is
It's sus-
Destiny,
it's
it's
suspension.
not your special. You're the only savior. It's, hey, you're basically an Avenger. The entire team did it.
But
the
it's
whole
it's,
team.
it's suspension.
Well,
it's suspension
sort
of disbelief because you can't have a massively multiplayer game
Right.
and maintain that idea of, oh, sorry, you know what? There's 8 million people that play us. You have to wait 8 million weeks before it's your turn to be champion. Sorry.
No, I'm not
No,
saying
yeah,
that.
he's
What
not
I'm just
saying that
saying
at all.
is the game is very much here's this giant, massive world, this massive online game, and then you're gonna run around and okay, hi champion, you're the savior of Azeroth, and then they also say that to 8 million other people. My
Well, that-
point is
that-
on
but
Destiny.
that's not-
Hold on, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On Destiny, it is referred to as okay, your team, you Guardians, you guys did this. It's not Nick went through and did this. It's
Yeah, it
the
is.
Guardians went through and saved.
That's not true.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It does say
If
the
you-
one.
If you like the
Destiny
way
2.
the
The
way the
guardian,
lore is set
your
up.
favorite guardian and everything, like in the
That's
main
not the
story.
way I saw it. At
Yeah.
least in
No,
the
in
Fa- you're
the
the
main
favorite
story
guardian.
in Destiny, yeah, there's a scene I think in the very beginning, literally the opening scene of Destiny 2. I can't remember her name, who flies the ship.
Amanda Holiday.
Yeah, she picks you up and she's like, Zavala, I got your favorite guardian you won't stop talking about, because technically every guardian
And they
is a
talk
favorite
about
guardian.
like, they
Fuck
talk
it.
about they talk about
No,
the fire,
it's
the
me,
fire team.
Corey.
It's just a standard video game trope.
But if
Yeah,
you
this
look
just
at
is
if you
what
look
it
at
is.
the fire, like
You
Zavala,
told me first.
Zavala,
My issue
Ikora, and
was that-
Cade were a fire team.
Yeah,
They're the Titan, the Warlock, and the Hunter. They're the Vanguards.
Right.
They were a fire team. They refer to you as their favorite guardian, and yes, you complete things with a fire team, but it's not that mentality of, oh, it's you and the other 8 million
yeah.
guardians
See,
playing.
I
It's
like how Destiny.
you and your fire team are the ones saving the world. You and your fire team are the ones taking down
every
Zol.
single time they talk about it, it's not so much a fire team.
It's
It's
not worth it, man.
good job, guardian.
It's just fucking
I like-
insane. He paid nothing for it.
I like how Destiny
Well, not
specifically.
yet.
it is you. It's the same with Star Wars, right? So Star Wars, you have your story mode where you have your story thing. Yes, everyone else does it, but it's instant and told to a point where it's like those people don't exist.
That's the way World of Warcraft is.
See, I've never experienced that in World of Warcraft.
Like
to
when
me, it was always like, go forth with everyone else and complete this.
When you so
It's probably the difference in storytelling is what we're talking about.
I will also say it's much later in the
That
thing.
makes more
It was
sense now.
very
Yeah,
much
it's exactly
how
price.
Legion
Exactly
and
price.
Warfare Azeroth, but you never played either one of those
yeah,
expansions.
like the two
I
most
played
recent expansions.
Legion.
You did play
Yeah.
Legion with us?
Guys, I made a warlock and regretted it
I just didn't
Oh,
realize
okay.
that.
because
There's no way
I
that
boosted
would
them all the way to
happen.
the top.
That's why I was
And
like, that doesn't make
everyone's like, "Oh, the most strongest class right now is warlock, and all you got to do is the demonology one." And you just said, and I was just like, "Wow, this is fun! Wow, this is fun! Oh, I get to hit number 4 this time! Wow, this is fun!"
But it was still the two most recent expansions have had that mentality of, yes, there's a bunch of adventurers out there, but you are the one that has been, you were the one that was given the heart of Azeroth.
Yeah.
You were the one that is.
I know. What's wrong?
I just realized
My-
what I was doing.
My computer,
That's all it
I
does.
updated the drivers. It said I needed to reboot. Haven't been able to get it to turn on since.
It literally just says gigabyte.
It-
It's been
it-
sitting there. I was like, that's a really weird wallpaper Nick has.
It's not a wallpaper.
And I was like,
It's-
oh,
my
no, that's
computer
just his-
is not turning on.
It won't boot.
Yeah.
So that whole diatribe was about. I want to ask you guys. I'm very upset with the way
The fuck is a diatribe?
That entire conversation that we just had.
rant.
Why did you just say that?
I
That
think it's a
whole-
bunch of. It's a group of people that like all band together and kill themselves. I think.
I just want to know why the fuck everyone else here but Corey and I know that word.
Diatribe. No, never mind. Okay, that was stupid. I guess.
I just got what you were saying.
Yeah. I was gonna say I got it.
Okay.
I thought he was being serious, and I was like, that's
No,
a
he
little on the nose, but okay.
It's Shannon. It's not serious.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Give it up for our own Barbara Dunkelman, everybody.
So my question
The new
is,
community director.
what game series have the developers? What game series did you love the story and the world and the lore about that was that
You got one?
that sucked you in and made you
I will say before we leave.
excited for it? That the developers then took and made a super wrong direction in your eyes, and
Mass Effect. Excuse me.
i.e. Mass Effect. But what game did they take and ruin for you based off story and lore and story decisions? And
We were like, what the
Why?
fuck? Yeah.
I will say, before we get off the topic of World of Warcraft, sorry, Led also said, always orc warriors. Where are the orc event planners and the therapists and the orc garbage men? And then he also said, Miss Pandaria 2, directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
It's probably going to be better than Avatar, to be
His
fair.
new series looks fucking creepy.
Which one?
M. Night Shyamalan has a new series. I don't remember the name of it, but it's going to Apple TV Plus.
But anyway, you guys discuss, because I have
Shannon's
no idea.
first.
Oh,
Because
I'm
he
first.
has something.
Oh, okay. I'm first. So I will say, it peaked, went really far down, and then it's starting to come back up. So hopefully that qualifies. Does that qualify?
it doesn't matter. It's just whatever your favorite series that you love. The
So
lore of.
overall, what I usually talk about on the podcast, one of my favorite series of all time, is Resident Evil, and Resident Evil was phenomenal. Even some of the offshoot ones, like the Outbreak series, Dead Aim, which was like a stop and go like arcade shooter, which is really weird, but actually was really well done. And it was just
First
a very
Dead Aim
strong-
was the one that was on the cruise ship, right?
yes, that was,
Yeah.
No, it was actually really good.
What they turned into Revelation?
No.
No,
Because that's also on a cruise ship. isn't it?
yes,
Different cruise ship.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was a retelling.
both on a
of
ship.
this.
No, totally different. But I mean, even like the Revelations, maybe they weren't like phenomenal, but they were still they were good. But then they came out with 4 is regarded as one of it's not traditional Resident Evil, but everybody still loved it. The story was really good.
That's one of
It's-
the only ones I've played. and
I think it's the
love that
highest
game.
rated as well.
It took in a bold new direction. And
Correct.
It was fantastic.
And they executed very well. It was done very, very, it was very, very good. 5 tried to do the same thing, but make it co-op. It was a fun co-op game, but it wasn't a very great Resident Evil game. And then
6.
oh no, hold on.
Sex.
We're not done yet. We're not there yet. Then Resident Evil Operation Raccoon Shitty came out, and That came out on my birthday, by the way.
Oh,
That was a
Happy
very
birthday
disappointing.
to the ground.
Yeah, literally threw my birthday cake on the ground. But no, that game was just terrible. I was like,
cake too.
I started playing. I was like, man, it's like Resident Evil and it's like Rainbow Six. Like, how could this be bad? Well, they proved it wrong. They showed me how it could be bad. And then 6, I'm like, okay, they're gonna fix it. Whatever.
They had to have rebounded.
Yeah, and then it was just a weird action game where the
I got
zombies
an
were
idea,
shooting
guys.
back at you.
We're just gonna double down.
Double down.
They just like people were shooting back at you. There was a T-Rex monster creature. I'm like, this is not Resident Evil. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, on the front of the cover. Yep. But yeah, no, that just it went really terrible. And then they saw the niche they needed to fill with the newest one, which was 7, which is because
7 was so good.
7 was good.
But the one thing I will say, I'm not to talk bad about that. It doesn't feel like Resident Evil to me.
Well, okay, here's the why. They filled the niche of the whole PT fiasco, where like we're canceling the game. There's no Silent Hill now, and they're like, oh wait, people want to buy that.
Yeah.
We should make
And
that.
to be fair, that game scared the poopy out of me. So it did a good job.
So that they basically wanted, okay, what can we make survival horror, but that's gonna sell? Silent Hill, yes, Silent Hill, but done by Resident Evil style. So, and that's kind of what they.
Battle Royale Resident Evil. We play it.
I would try it. I don't know what it would be.
Unhappily.
Oh, I also forgot. Probably the worst. Probably the worst Resident Evil game. I didn't even mention actually is Umbrella Corps, which we don't talk about. No, you don't. You've never even played that. Anybody ever played Umbrella Corps?
Yeah.
Isn't that the 4-player version game?
You played it. It was a multiplayer game. You and Scott played it together.
We played Operation Raccoon City together.
I swear you also played
Umbrella Corps came out on
What year
the
was
newer
that?
systems, like PS4,
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Oh, PS4? Oh.
It was
I thought it was
Raccoon
the
City.
end of 3 and 360.
No, that was Raccoon City.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I bought
Umbrella
that on
Corps was
PS3,
a,
and it
like,
sucked.
Behind the back shooter, but you played as all like the Umbrella Corps people, like Carlos, and then but basically you're fully masked and things like that. But it was
class based, wasn't it?
yeah, it was I don't know, it was just terrible. Like this, it didn't make any sense. Like you could like lay on the ground and like crawl like really extremely fast and like it was like Metal Gear if you were making fun of Metal Gear. And it just
I feel like
it
they
didn't
had
even.
that game and we're like, dude, this is not gonna sell. What
It
if
didn't-
we just slap Resident Evil's name on it?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Skin
Like
it.
I think it got like a lot of reviewers give it like 2.5 out of 10. Like it was bad, but yeah, but I see that they're doing well. I'm interested to see the new they just had that trailer drop not too long ago.
Something, Rev.
It was a play
Breath
on.
of the Wild.
Resolve.
Oh, there's a new Resident.
Is it that Remnant?
No, not Remnant from the Ashes, not that.
Okay.
You said the new Resident Evil?
Yeah, there's a new Resident Evil game
It
coming out.
is, and I can't think of the fucking name.
It's a play on it, and it just dropped.
Resident-
Yeah, it's right there. Project Resistance.
Yeah,
That's it.
Resistance.
Project Resistance. Yeah.
The one that looks like Left 4 Dead.
I was watching.
It's-
I was like,
it's
is
almost
this Left 4 Dead 3?
it's
And
almost
it said
like-
RE lit up, and I was like,
It's almost like Left 4 Dead meets Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
When is GTFO coming out? Not to derail you, it's just
I don't know. I have it on my wish list
GTFO?
actually.
GTFO.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
I don't even know what the fuck.
I don't know.
It's
I haven't
like
seen it for a while.
it's basically aliens, but Left 4 Dead style.
Yeah.
It's like a shitload of fun. But continue.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
But no, that one. I'm curious to see how they do it. It's like it seems like it's going to be almost like an asymmetrical game where one person's the bad guy and there's 4 people working together trying to summon things to kill you, and it's you playing a Resident Evil game.
Evolve.
But instead of you being the monster, I don't know. It seems like you're more like I don't know.
So what? You're instead of the director being Left 4 Dead, you are the director.
Yeah, it almost seems like that. But once again, we've seen very little. They dropped one trailer. That's it.
Yeah. But
It's like 70 seconds.
yeah.
So,
But it kind of looked like I couldn't really tell if it was like these people are playing these people and then like you are the guy that's flipping the switches, or if you are the guy that's playing Mr. X. Like I couldn't really tell
I don't know.
how
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
waiting.
going with the trailer.
But hopefully they do something good.
Speaking of Mr. X, did everyone see the
Pennywise.
Pennywise mod?
Oh my god, fuck that.
That looked terrifying.
Oh, there's a Pennywise
Mr.
mod.
X.
Yeah, they
Pennywise.
replace Mr. X, but you'll turn and you see Pennywise.
Oh.
Like just one. It looks
Dude,
terrifying.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got to get that on PC.
He's like holding a balloon and everything. It looks really
The
scary.
worst part is it's literally a pitch black hallway, and you just have like a flashlight, and you shine it, and he's just like peeking behind the corner, and then he just comes out, and he's like, I was like, oh, fuck that. No
You
way.
hear his laugh.
All right, Corey. What?
That is me.
So obviously it's Mass Effect.
Okay.
The first Mass Effect for a 360 game, because it was a 360 launch game, right?
Oh, yeah. For 2008.
It was
Was it a long
totally different. It started its own universe and everything. I'll be honest, like I remember the first time playing it, and spoiler alert for this game from like what 2006.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think it was 8.
Game launched November 20th, 2007.
Oh, so close.
I was a senior in high school.
So was I.
God, I was
No.
a freshman.
Oh wait, November of 2000.
We were graduated. Yeah.
We had just graduated.
So I would have been a sophomore?
So I remember the first time playing that game,
I was
and
working
when
the
you
same.
find out that the bad guy's not actually Saren, that twist fucking blew my mind as a newly adult me. And I just absolutely loved that game. I thought it was fantastic, and I honestly thought that's where it was going to end. I didn't expect any sort of, because if in the end of the game, there's not really any expectation to continue on, right?
There's not a major cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly. Not even a little bit.
It's like the first
And then
Matrix.
when they announced, the second one, I still to this day have that trailer saved and favorited on my YouTube, and I've probably donated at least 150 views of myself just to that trailer.
I think the most impressive part of that is that means Corey's kept the same YouTube channel for at least 12 years.
Oh yeah, at least.
I've gone through like 7.
No, still ROXZ-Man07. The trailer immediately captured me, and then the story itself was even better. The whole concept in the very beginning, when you're Shepard and you're saving everybody, and depending on if you take your first game into the second game, you either save Ashley or Caden, so on and so forth. Fucking
Those are the plans.
fantastic. And then
I played this game for like 18 minutes.
I'm just kidding. Just joking.
God,
I-
I think I probably
Just
over
Mary
the
Kate.
life of Mass Effect, from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3, probably a good
I'm tired.
500-600 hours.
at
Getting
least.
Yeah.
And
drunk,
I
so
have beaten
it's
Mass Effect 2
going on
every
with me.
which way, left way, center.
all the possibilities.
Pretty sure I have all the achievements for that game.
Picker didn't happen.
Right. And then the third one came out.
The best of the series.
Now I'm interested to hear how you feel on this one.
So I played before, because of course when that game came out, I was so delved deep. I played before they patched the ending. The ending was pure garbage. Like, because it was the largest attempt at a Deus Ex Machina I've ever seen in my entire life, and it just was just like, I'm an AI kid. Which one you want to pick? Good, middle, or evil? Like, it was just. I'm really sad now. Like, the whole game, it is basically in my head the same as Fahrenheit. The whole game, 98% is phenomenal. Getting to the end was great. The mission with Garrus, when you're on the ledge and you're taking pot shots, and you get to choose whether you're going to win because you're Shepard, or you're going to lose and give Garrus that satisfaction, and then when you let him lose because he's one of your favorite characters, and Garrus goes, I'm Garrus Vakarian, and this is my favorite spot on the Citadel. Instant gratification.
Yeah.
The game was phenomenal until the very end, when you go to the Citadel and you get to a secret room, and out of nowhere this little boy walks up and he's like, I'm the AI for the Reapers. I've been here this whole time. We come back and do this every so many years. Now you have gotten here the first of anyone else. Now you get to pick red, blue, or white. Go. And that was it. Like,
Yeah.
just instantly upsetting.
Yeah.
And then Andromeda.
We don't speak about the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, I played the multiplayer and laughed, and that's all I played.
I played about 2 hours of it. I got onto the first planet, started doing missions, and then just could not get past the fact that the main NPC character you interact with
Yeah.
has that horrendous fucking makeup.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. The gameplay,
atrocious.
the amount of bugs I encountered in multiplayer made me laugh.
It's
I
not
ran
a-
through a wall at one point.
She's on
it
a
was just like, why not?
she's on a generation ship in space going to a separate fucking galaxy to colonize, and this bitch is wearing eyeshadow and blush and eyeliner.
YOLO,
Like
man.
it just
Hey, when you gotta
and
look your best.
it's horrendously
She's got to
animated.
colonize, man.
It's even better when you go into like cutscenes and the only thing that renders for the models is the
makeup.
eyeballs and the mouth and the teeth. The skin and everything else and the hair doesn't render. And so you get armor, 2 eyeballs, and teeth.
So it's Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
I have a quick question
Go on.
because you guys obviously have played a lot of BioWare games.
Yeah.
Why do people like BioWare?
I-
No, this is my thing. Okay,
I was like,
BioWare gave
Excuse
people
me?
Mass Effect,
yeah.
and then Mass Effect 2, and everyone's like, greatest games ever. And then Mass Effect 3, which everyone fucking hated, and then Mass Effect Andromeda, which everyone fucking hated. And then they gave you Dragon Age Origins, which everyone loved, and then Dragon Age 2, which everyone loved, and then Dragon Age Inquisition, which everyone fucking hated.
Did people hate that game?
here's
I have
here's
not heard
swapped.
of them make a good game in like 12 years.
I know
Okay,
a lot
why
of people
did
who
everyone
hated Dragon Age 2,
Here's the-
but loved Inquisition.
here's the
I've not
kicker.
heard anyone that liked Inquisition.
Around the time that BioWare games got shitty
Is
was
when EA
around the
acquired it.
time they got acquired by E EA.
Okay, but my point is, like, people are still holding on to, like, oh, BioWare's got a new game. They're the greatest company
Yeah,
ever.
but
because they're
Hold on,
hoping this
but in-
might be the turnaround.
Yeah, and in that same logic, it's the same reason why people love Mario, why people love Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't make gold in every game they play. They make good games too, but I mean,
I
come
disagree. Name the last bad Zelda game.
on. Minish Cap.
I don't even understand what you just said. What did you just
Four
say?
Swords.
Skyward Sword?
No,
No,
Four Swords.
I don't even remember that. Was that the Game Boy
The-
Advance one?
okay,
Case
something
in
to block
point.
all the bad games
Hold
out of your
on.
mind.
That's why I'm saying. Was that the Game Boy Advance one?
The Four Swords was yes.
Okay, I was like 5 when
Or
that game came out.
DS.
So
How old are you?
young.
Why do you make me feel so old? No, a lot
Here's
of
the-
the
called Four
the weird thing
Swords?
is, I played Four Swords and I'm younger than you.
all of the Zelda games I love are all main console games.
It's also one of those. They have moments like Mario Party 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I
Mario
was in
Party,
third grade
whatever
when
the
that
fuck
game
came
came
out.
Dude, I'm old. I think I was in like middle school or high school when that game, when that game came out.
2002.
It came out with the combination of Link to the Past, but I didn't have any friends who had a Game Boy Advance, so I played it by myself. Let me see.
According to this, it's GameCube.
Four Swords?
So
Yeah.
I say a lot of
There's
people,
more than
a
one
lot of
Four
people
Sword.
hold on to what
Oh, wait, hold
BioWare
on. This is
used to
called
make
Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah.
because we hope in our
Yeah.
heart of hearts that
The same
BioWare
reason-
will make a
The same
turnaround.
reason why
My thing
fucking
is, I just
Master
feel
Chief
so,
Collection
like,
is so
bad
famous.
every time somebody comes up and they're like, dude, the new BioWare game looks great. And I'm just like, you poor child. Like, you're going to be crushed in 3 months.
because you it's just that hope against hopes that maybe this will be the one.
To
Just
me,
like everyone's
it's
You guys are like the people that go see DC movies now going, guys, this time they're going to get it.
Bro, you're with us. You bought Master Chief Collection too.
Wait, what?
Didn't you buy the Master Chief Collection?
did. What
That's the same concept,
I really wish
motherfucker.
there was just
How?
a
Hold on,
breakable
no,
mic
You
that we could just
rebought a
drop.
game originally came out, and when did the first Halo come out?
Wait, what are you? Hold on.
Actually,
Now I'm
a
getting
little lost.
confused as what you're going.
I'm a little lost.
Oh.
You just jumped
So-
to a totally
No.
another
So
thing.
you're talking about how you're like we're the people that's like, oh yeah, we're holding out hope and everything, but we hold out hope for old games, or I'm sorry, we hold the nostalgia from old games from the same company, and we're ridiculous for it.
My
But
point is, they
But what
didn't
Joe
say,
said-
"Hey, here's Halo Infinite," and I went, "Oh my god, this game's gonna be the greatest game ever." And then it sucked after the last 3 sucked. Like what I'm saying is, like, which I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying. My point is,
I'm
hold
super
on,
confused now
listen,
too.
listen,
I see
hold
the
on,
disconnect.
Hold on.
I see where you guys are just.
You're just saying, "Hey, you
Say,
rebought
I
a
know
game
what's
you've
going on
already
here.
played."
I'm just going to sit
If
here and
they
wait.
went through and said we're remastering like Mass Effect 1 and 2, get excited. Those games we
I
know
will.
are great.
I will buy that day one.
Again, that's fine. I just feel
Especially if it's a full
bad.
pack.
And again, if you get excited, it's whatever. That's your thing. I just feel bad every time I hear someone
That-
get
that
excited
someone's, like,
for a
excited?
BioWare game.
See
That would literally be like,
So what's
What's
an
an example?
I'll say what's a game series that you or a game developer that you like that has taken a turn for the worse recently.
which
Bethesda.
well,
And
I'll put
you
it this way.
still hope, out of hope,
Hey,
that
who's the developer that
maybe-
made the teddy bear game that you kill people with?
Naughty Bear, the game that I've been trying to
Yeah,
505 games.
Fucking, they've like just
Wait, that was
Close.
505?
So I just looked it up.
That's
like 3
Sniper
days
Elite,
ago.
right?
Really?
They make the Sniper Elite games.
I think so, yeah.
505 games. They just Sniper Elite.
That's
I'm
crazy.
almost positive.
Here's an example. For
I'm just gonna give you an
It's kind
example
of
real quick
strange.
to prove to you.
bro.
This is the other side of this.
Okay.
I don't not like things. I thought the last season of Game of Thrones was excellent.
I don't not like.
You do not like things.
Wait,
so
is
you,
that double negative?
yes.
Yeah,
it is
okay,
all
hold on.
things.
So hard. I don't.
I don't
not
not like things.
Joe tends to like things because he always tries to find the silver lining in everything, so there's never a thing where he's like,
I
this
feel
is
like I
garbage.
do the
and
same
shit.
thing.
I literally walked out of movies that I'm like, that movie fucking sucked, and I get home and I was like, well, the acting was pretty good.
So
You talk
here-
yourself
like,
into
so
it. I
Yeah,
do the same thing.
You like the Fallout series, right?
I love them.
Okay.
Fallout
So you
76.
could have.
I still play Fallout 76. I jump on
You
and I'm
poor
like,
boy.
No, you poor soul. But here's the thing: you still, even though objectively Fallout 76, not the best game. That
Just say
Bethesda
it's
ever put out,
garbage. It's hot poopy.
It on launch, the game was a steaming pile of shit. On launch, the game was a steaming pile of
To
shit.
be fair,
I literally
I
installed
feel
that
like
game
this
day
is
one.
that's a normal thing for Bethesda because it's multiplayer. What good multiplayer game has Bethesda make?
But-
Fucking Brink.
Are you going to tell
Well,
me?
that technically wasn't them, was it?
Yeah, that was them.
No, I know
It was
published
Splash
by
Damage.
them. That's what I was gonna say. It was
The game was
Damage
Splash
published by Bethesda.
But are you going to tell me right now that even though Bethesda's sort of had some misses recently, especially with the way the company operates with their PR blunders and the way their games have come out, you're going to tell me that you're not excited for Elder Scrolls 6?
This is
You're
my thing.
hoping that no matter what, this is going to be the next Skyrim, even though Bethesda's recent track record is fairly negative.
According to you, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, those games, I still see them with rose-tinted glasses. To me, those games are still great. You guys don't like Bio, not the
I
new
still
ones. You
s-
just said yourself. You
No,
hated
but
3 and Andromeda.
I still see BioWare
Yeah.
through rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
I still hope that the next BioWare game is
I'm just
going
saying,
to
to me,
recapture
Bethesda
that
has not
nostalgia.
shown me any reason to not have faith. BioWare has shown you several times to not have faith in them.
Bethesda has shown you.
Not to me.
So
I thought 76 was great.
You have
I
no
liked
complaints.
76.
You have no complaints with Fallout 4. You have no complaints.
No,
with
not Fallout 4 at all.
You have no complaints with ESO. You have no.
No, I play the fuck out of you.
I will say I have zero complaints.
Guys,
with
I think we're all missing one big point. The bugs are features, not problems.
Yeah.
That's what you have to understand. It's right on the back
I
of the
love
case.
it when I get stuck under the ground. It's my favorite when I fall infinitely forever. And I have to fast travel to cope.
Well, now I don't have to imagine. I can live that.
See,
I don't have to hack. I can just do
I
it.
just in my head imagine you going, I could live that. As you
I-
just fall through the ground, I'm like, bye.
I still laugh and love telling the story, and I enjoyed it when I played all of Point Lookout on Fallout 3. I did all of Point Lookout, beat the entire thing, went back to that mansion weird holdout thing, and they were like, "Hey, thanks for clearing like everything. You saved the day. That whole vault, here's the key to it. Go in there. Anything you want it's yours." You walk in, and there's one giant, I don't even remember what the fuck it is. There's a big ass gun hanging on the back of the wall, and I went up and I said, "This is mine." I clicked it, and it went into the table, and it was like, what the fuck just happened? Literally couldn't get that gun, and I hadn't saved in like 4 hours. So I was like, I guess I'm just not getting that gun.
Oh man, you should have
I
seen.
still like telling that. I still enjoyed that.
The first time I played through Mass Effect 2, I was a save fiend. I had almost 2,000 saves.
That sounds like me.
I am 90% sure it was Fallout 3 was the game that Skylar had so many save files.
Yeah.
The game became corrupted and he could no longer turn it on his Xbox because every time he tried to turn it on, it would try to load his save games, but like there were too many to the point where like he
Easiest way to
couldn't render
fix
the
that?
digits or anything like that. And it was just like, yeah, no. And he didn't want to restart, so he just
Easiest way to fix that?
delete save games.
Yeah, but you could go in and specifically on the 360 say, I want to delete these 20 save files.
You can.
Yeah.
Not like,
You
yeah.
can't do that anymore, but you can do that on the 360.
Do you know what really sucks? One thing I don't like, I have a negative about a game that is not a franchise. Sunset Overdrive, which is now on PS4. for
Or
anyone.
coming to
Or
PS4.
not on,
Insomniac.
sorry, it's owned by Sony now. Because Sony bought Insomniac this week, in case anyone hadn't seen that news.
Mhm.
But anywho, so that is a game. It auto saves as you go. There is no like I'm going to save. It auto saves
Mhm.
for you. But because the way the Xbox One works, all of your auto saves are automatically saved to the cloud. So when you delete your save file to try and start a new game, because you can only have one save file, it isn't a save file. Like you load the game, and the start menu is okay. Here you're in.
Yeah.
So to get your game off, you can delete your save files on the console, go back in and start the game. When you do that, the game says, "Hold on, checking for online saves. Here's your save. There you go. You're back in the game."
Yeah.
You
Never
basically
restart.
can't restart that game. It took me like 40 minutes of like following this long thing I found online of do this, disconnect from the internet, do this, then this, reconnect to the internet, but hit this, but then disconnect again, and then load this, and then reconnect, and then that's how you can delete your game to start a new game.
Hey man, they made it so it wouldn't break.
Why didn't you? If you were so adamant to do that, why didn't you just make a
Also-
mean, you already played through the game, so you already got the achievements you were going to probably end up getting. So then
I
just
don't
create a
I don't
secondary
count Mass Effect
for
3
you
as
now.
bad. I just wanted to
Yeah.
point that out real
I was
quick.
gonna say the same.
The only thing I didn't like was the ending. Everything else was so great.
Objectively,
Okay.
that game. Objectively,
Hold
that
on.
game played incredibly well. The multiplayer was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about the
The
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
We'd have to
was
get
fantastic.
Skylar in here.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's thousands of
that game
dollars
came
that
out
Skylar will not be
7.5
getting
years
back.
ago.
Yeah.
You're still on a podcast talking about how disappointed you were in the end.
Yeah, well,
You still love that
Yeah,
game.
the ending.
the same, but that's the same argument of why so many people were disappointed at the end of the Game of Thrones. It didn't live up to what they wanted.
Yeah,
That's normal.
I expected more
yeah,
out
that's
of
the
the.
thing is like what I've heard, and I'm not saying this is everyone. I'm just saying this has been my experience.
Yeah.
Because again, I loved the last season of Game of Thrones. I know
Yeah.
everyone
Well,
disagrees
but
with me on that.
it's
But,
the,
like-
the concept is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
there.
yeah. But what I mean is like that last season was apparently so bad. Everyone that I knew that used to be Game of Thrones fans, again, I haven't talked to you guys, but like all of my coworkers
I liked it personally.
and other friends and people online that I've talked to have all said, "Yeah, no, I fucking hate that show now. That last season was so bad that I can't stand
I'll
it."
watch everything. I'll
Nothing-
gladly rewatch Game of Thrones. I will say that season 8 was my least favorite out of all the seasons.
I would agree
It
with
was still
I can still agree
objectively.
with that myself, but that's just because I loved the other side.
It was objectively,
Seventh season, I really
objectively, it was a good television series. It was a good show.
that. It was captivating.
It didn't go where I wanted it to go. It didn't have the gratification at the end that I
See-
wanted out of it, but it was still a good show.
I
would still,
that's
I would prefer to
How
call
about
it
this?
anti-gratification
How about
because
this?
you know a lot of people wanted people to die.
at the end of the day, I felt that the 2 months it took for season 8 to air and the $30 I had to pay for HBO was not money wasted.
My whole thing though is
I
like,
enjoyed the
think,
show. I liked looking forward to the new episodes.
You got your
coming out.
entertainment out of it.
I liked the look, the leaks and all that, and trying to avoid the spoilers, and being at work on a Sunday night while the show's airing, and having to literally disconnect myself from the internet so it doesn't get
I
spoiled.
just requested every Sunday off.
But at the same time,
Logical.
out of all 8 seasons, season 8's my least favorite. But it's still a good show. I don't hate the series, just like Mass Effect. I don't hate the series. I don't hate BioWare. The ending Mass Effect 3 wasn't the greatest. Wasn't what I wanted out
Mass
of the game.
Effect Andromeda could have changed the name and that would have made more
And
sense.
also, I would like to make a quick clarification. Mass Effect Andromeda was made by a different BioWare studio. All of the all of the Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 games were created by BioWare LA. Mass Effect Andromeda was created by BioWare Montreal.
The
An
reason
entirely different
Montreal-
studio.
Fuck Canada.
Also, the reason Montreal did that was because all of the people from BioWare LA were focusing on Anthem.
Oh yeah, that's another. How's Anthem going, guys? You guys enjoying that game?
To be
Dude.
fair,
I just
That's
finished
another game I thought
the
was
game
good.
again for the 7th. I'm just kidding.
Anthem
What's your
actually,
favorite number?
well,
I've learned that.
You want
something big happened with Anthem this week.
what?
It
So,
finally went offline.
Anthem,
Not yet. Oh, 76 still on.
we're getting there. Anthem released a roadmap. It was like, these are what we're doing and everything like that. And then they were going to be they weren't going to be seasons. It was going to be acts. And the first act, which was supposed to be the opening 90 days of Anthem, was going to be one act. Then Act 2 would start
Sure.
after that. And they were like, this is Act 1, this is Act 2, this is Act 3, and they
So,
had this whole
Instead
roadmap.
of seasons, they're acts, right?
This week was the finale for Act 1, and they said they've scrapped everything else and they are no longer doing updates for the game.
Well, that's what happens when nobody plays.
I just want to say, yes, Anthem was produced by BioWare LA, but let's remember that BioWare LA is now EA subsidiary number 47 LA.
well,
I do like the fact that you go, well, Andromeda was only bad because
Well, no.
it wasn't LA
no,
that did it.
I would
Oh, well, this
say
other game, yeah, they didn't do
Wow.
it because, oh, well, that's
I
also
wouldn't
this
say
other
anything
game.
about that in the sense, personally.
I just think it's funny.
I think it's more of the fact that Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 were created using these tools, and EA got in the pot and were like,
Can
You're
we
gonna
all
use
just be
our engine.
agreed that EA just fucking ruins everything?
I really like that you made Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with that, but you're not going to use that anymore.
Yeah, you're gonna use a new
You're
tool
gonna
that
use-
doesn't make any sense for an
Yeah.
third person. Yeah, they used a whole
Well,
different like
oh,
engine that doesn't make any
That
sense.
looks amazing in first-person shooters and racing games. And then we're gonna put an RPG in there,
Third
an
person.
open world RPG, nonetheless.
So,
That was
you know, it'd be like
It was like the perfect storm of
but you
everything.
can fly.
created Breath of the Wild.
To be fair, the flying in Anthem is so much fun.
The flying mechanics.
When I played
are
the
fucking
beta,
Yeah.
I did nothing but fly for
The
hours.
flying mechanics are great, but so you loved Breath of the Wild,
Oh, yeah.
amazing game, right? So it'd be the same thing as if
Yeah, it was literally just Nintendo.
okay, so that'd be the same thing as if Nintendo's LA studio that created Breath of the Wild, now all of a sudden Breath of the Wild 2 is created by Nintendo in
Capcom.
Timbuktu. And you know, it's a tiny little studio with 4 developers. And that's just where, because Nintendo's like, you know what? We're passing it off here. We want them to make it now. And oh, by the way, that engine you use for Breath of the Wild, we like it, but we want you to use our engine. So we're going to give you this that's perfectly not designed for what game you're making.
I can.
Now we want you to make a game for it?
That with one word, with one sentence though.
Go on.
Nintendo's not EA.
You're right. That is, but that's
BioWare
incredibly
wasn't
valid.
EA
I'm just
until
kidding.
EA bought
I know.
them.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Because
So
you look at Bioware too, Knights of the Old Republic. I mean, that's like one of the biggest flagship things that made them
It-
fucking.
I just want to say also, real
what
got
else did they make?
Blizzard
I'm
wasn't
being very-
shit.
Never
So
Winter
Activision bought them.
Nights.
Neverwinter Nights, but what? No, what is the one with the top down and you kill things? Sword and Shield Fantasy.
Diablo.
No, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate. Neverwinter.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's Bioware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
No,
know. Baldur's
This
That's the crazy
This is the other
thing.
thing I want to say though, real quick, because I do want to be very clear on this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like Bioware.
Right. No, I know
I'm
what
just
you're saying.
curious to find out why I've heard so many people
We still
say
have
like,
hope.
yeah.
It's
And again, because like I
it's
said,
the whole argument
I've
of M. Night
never-
Shyamalan has a new movie coming out. Let's all
But
get
that's the
excited
thing.
because his
I
last
don't get
5 movies
excited
have been
no
shit.
more.
Well,
After Avatar, I've been like, no.
Okay.
You guys were excited for Split.
That means-
I
What
was
was the
bored
what was
as
the
fuck
statement?
during that
What was
movie.
the
I did
statement
not
right
like
at the beginning of the podcast? Have you seen M. Night Shyamalan's
I
series?
said the
coming
trailer
out?
looks
It
terrifying.
looks amazing.
No, I said it looks terrifying.
You said
Roll it back.
Off the
it's-
fucking internet.
No, it was before we went live. It was before we went live. Yeah.
No, literally, I don't know what it looks like because literally the entire thing is a baby just rocking in a chair, and then like it cuts to the TV and it's like all riots are breaking out all over town, people are being murdered in the streets, and then it's
Last
just this
of Us?
baby starts going like this, and then like that's where it ends. That's the whole
So
trailer.
I
It's,
would
like,
say-
8 seconds long.
Honestly, I do understand though. I think what the point is, we haven't been scorned to that point of hatred.
Which,
Because you're right,
again, I get it.
Avatar.
That makes sense.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Last Airbender,
Oh,
because it will not contain the same name, was atrocious.
I have not
It didn't
trusted
earn
that
that
game
name. It was-
since then.
It was
They
the
made that
level.
happening.
I can't even think of a game that I played and I was so upset that I
Brink.
no.
Even Brink, it's like there was cool mechanics.
There was the fucking the
God.
smart
It's a good thing
movement.
Scott's not watching right now. Or
Yeah.
there'd be huge arguments going
He may
on right
be.
here in chat.
The
No. Somebody mentioned Brink, and Scott has not started screaming or calling you.
No, but
Scott's not watching.
the smart movement system in Brink was fucking amazing. You can't tell me
You
it
know what pissed
wasn't.
me off about that game though?
What?
I went through and I was playing a mission.
Yeah.
And I still remember this mission to the T. They said, hey, guys, 30 seconds and that door is going to be breached. If that door gets breached, we're all going to die. Go and defend the door. And I'm sitting there and I was fighting like 3 guys trying to get to the door and I was fucking up and I wasn't good at shooters back then. I'm not now. But I was fighting, I was shooting, and the timer's going, and it hits 0. And then one of the guys, not playing online, playing but single player, one of the guys goes, it's okay, team, I've got this. We have about another minute to go. And then he jumped in, and then the timer reset, and then I kept going, I didn't get to the door, and somebody else was like, it's cool, I got you. Another minute. And then
The
like,
game
I
was
was like,
basically
literally,
going-
there's no,
Hold on.
like, consequence.
No, the game was basically going, here, Joe, we'll help you.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, God, this kid's doing his best, guys. Like, let's just.
No,
See-
in Brink, they made a super amazing system. They advertised their super amazing system. They showed all the cool things that their super amazing system would do at the simple press of a button, and then they made the fucking plains of Illinois as a goddamn map.
Yeah.
Look, you can leap,
You can
jump
do
off this
parkour,
wall,
but there's
do a
nothing to,
360,
like,
grab, ledge grab, jump up, turn, backflip, and land. But you have to run in the middle of the goddamn street where there's nothing else and no cover.
This is a really cool mechanic, but we really can't live up to this, so just don't put anything around.
I don't even know if they use that mechanic anywhere else, or they just scrapped it.
I will say,
I
I think the only game
what
that
else does Splash Damage come out
the
with?
only thing I've been disappointed with, as far as like, and this is the closest I can get, and it was never like, oh, the producers took it in a direction I didn't like. It's the producers got really fucking petty, and then I never got Silent Hills. Like, Capcom fucking pissed off Kojima, and he was like, fuck y'all, I'm
To
out.
be fair, he's the creator. He has that right.
No. I'm on Kojima's side.
Oh, okay.
I'm mad at Konami.
Yeah.
So after
Like-
Brink, they did Batman Arkham Origins multiplayer.
Oh, fuck.
Continue.
Oh,
That's
we
a
gotta talk
round of
about that.
applause.
Did anyone play all those games?
What game?
The Arkham games?
I played all but Origins because I'm not
Yeah, I
a
don't count that as
masochist.
a game. I'm with him and Andromeda on that one.
Yeah.
Different studio. Now it makes sense.
Rocksteady.
He's like, you see my pain, child.
Glad we finally got through to you.
No.
it makes sense.
Well, because I was thinking, I was like, yeah, but and I literally, you were saying Origins. I
Yeah.
was like, Origins doesn't count. It was another studio.
And then
Light bulb. But anyway,
Can we just have like it's like the Joe moment?
yeah,
It's like
you've
Joe.
just seen
Bioshock 2.
a Joe
I
moment.
like Bioshock 2.
Why though?
I don't know. Everyone else hates on that game. I love the story.
I don't.
I haven't
I
played
see.
it.
I
I
will
thought the
say-
story was awful. It was just another Bioshock.
I
shooter.
got like slightly bored at one point, and this isn't giving anything
Slightly?
story wise
The
away.
spot where you're a
it's
big
literally-
daddy for
There's a point where you're a big daddy, and it's okay. Go harvest Adam.
Okay, but
Okay, you're harvesting. The little sister's harvesting Adam. Okay, so while she's harvesting, send waves. Okay, you killed those waves. Cool. Now go harvest more
I
Adam.
remember that part.
And then like it just keeps fucking going. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
'cause
oh
it
my
was too
god.
easy.
Like, once you got
They
past
turn
that, I
and
was
they're like,
okay.
"Oh, Big Daddy," and you're like, "Oh, look at Drill." You're dead.
But no,
Um,
what I was gonna say real quick with Arkham is apparently there's a new Arkham game coming, and the main villain is the Court of Owls.
Oh, I heard about that.
I'm excited. They've been hinting at it for about a week. Everyone thought they were going to announce it yesterday at Sony's State of Play.
I thought the
They
Court of Owls
did.
was a Gotham TV show thing. I did not realize
Oh, it came in
has
the comics.
yeah, full comic background.
It came in the 2012 reboot. Of
By the
Batman.
way, this is kind of a tangent, but still included in Batman. One of the guys I work with, when he was going to IU, the guy who owns the movie rights to Batman visited them and made a speech in one of their classes, and he apparently is accredited with creating the first comic book fictitious class that you could take and major in,
that's fucking cool.
where you literally learn backgrounds and histories of comics as well as artwork.
Has he made any of the films, or he just owns the rights to them?
He has
Like,
been
has he helped?
he's been an executive producer for every single Batman film that has come out ever.
Nice.
after doing Arkham Origins multiplayer specifically, they did Dirty Bomb, Tempo, and
That game, no,
they did
that's
Dirty
a
Bomb.
great game.
Dirty Bomb
I've
was?
never heard of it.
Dirty
I was gonna
Bomb,
say it wasn't that
and
good.
then
was like-
Tempo, and then Gears of War Ultimate Edition multiplayer and Gears of War 4 multiplayer.
I haven't done either of the multiplayer.
Which explains
They
what
are-
Gears of War suck.
They are also the lead developers for Gears Tactics.
What is this, Halo Wars?
basically
It's
Gears version.
it's
I mean,
no,
yeah.
no, it plays like XCOM.
So it plays like Halo.
XCOM, give it to you.
Not really.
No, Halo-
It's
XCOM
not,
plays more
it's
like
not an RTS.
Yeah.
RTS, it's turn based.
yes.
You build a squad and then you go out and do.
It's like
turn-based.
Was Halo Wars
Fire.
not?
Halo Wars was
No,
RTS.
Halo Wars plays like StarCraft.
RTS,
I never
yeah.
played Halo.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
I didn't realize it.
Pick-
Adrian loves it.
Pick UNSC, build Gauss Warthogs, win.
The
Garbage.
first one was good.
Adrian loved the second one.
I'll say
Just
it
played the shit.
again and again. Garbage.
See,
The only way to
here's-
beat Gauss
Can't tell if you
Warthog.
said garbage or garbage.
So the only way to beat
Garbage.
Gauss Warthog is by Gauss Warthog. And then maybe you could also be the Prophet of Truth, I think was the one. And if you use your beam in exactly the right, although if you were a Warthog player and were smart enough to just take the Warthog and put him here, take the other Warthog and put him here, you'd win anyway. Fuck that game's multiplayer. asterisk multiplayer.
I just
Okay,
Because
remember
the story was fantastic.
Okay, there we go. I never even touched the multiplayer. I only played the game for the campaign.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoyed
Sorry, a lot of my time after beating the story was spent on the multiplayer, and it infuriated me to the point of infuriation. So then I went and just played more story again.
that's like saying, "Wow." Oh, no.
To be fair, Halo Wars also has one of the best Halo cinematics ever, too.
None of what you just said makes any sense.
Halo Wars has
Fuck
cinematics.
this game. Get rid of this fucking game. It's
No.
fucking awful. Well, I only played like 3%.
You're
of
not.
it.
I was gonna say you're paraphrasing the shit out of me, and I didn't say anything about fuck this game. I said fuck the multiplayer.
No.
No.
You said it is garbage. You said Halo Wars is garbage.
Oh, you're
And
right.
then
you
at the
said,
end,
at
you
the
went,
very end,
"Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about
That's-
multiplayer."
That's
The
why I
other
said.
95
That's why I said asterisk, bitch.
Then you needed
That's
to
what it
clarify
means.
asterisk 3 minutes
Asterisk
ago when you
fucking
said it.
star.
He didn't put the period yet. It was the same.
Yeah,
all the same.
it was a
things.
continuing.
It was
Chocolate
like-
starfish right here. Multiplayer.
Well, you're a cunt. Asterisk. I'll explain later why.
All right. See, that makes sense.
All right, now we're gonna switch. Nick, what series for you?
I'm curious about this.
I honestly can't think of anything off the top of my head because I will say, okay, so Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Played Mass Effect 1, loved it. Played Mass Effect 2 a little bit.
Never beat it.
Played a shit ton of Mass Effect 3
I thought you.
multiplayer.
I was gonna say you watched Adrian play Mass Effect 2, didn't you?
Yes, from beginning to end.
Right.
But I personally didn't play it too much.
Right.
And then 3, I watched her play the beginning. I watched the sniper showdown between you and Garrus, and then which was an awesome fucking scene.
Fantastic.
I gotta say that. But and then I played a fuck ton of the multiplayer. But I didn't get to so that one doesn't have too much of an effect on me. Dragon Age Origins, I enjoyed. Dragon Age
Loved.
2, I
Don't forget.
I had an issue because it was kind of like the I don't know. It was the same
The
thing.
characters
over and over
were
and over.
super cool, but the story went nowhere. Really.
Story went nowhere, and it was a lot of okay, go here, okay, go here, but go a little further down. Oh, go here, and
Yeah.
even though they were
Agreed.
different maps at some points, you were on different maps that were the exact same
It
maps,
was the
just with
same.
slightly different textures.
Sometimes not even that.
Yeah. So again, I don't really have that much of a thing, I guess, because I never played Inquisition or anything like that.
I have Inquisition. I've always
I have
wanted to play it.
question for
I just
everyone.
couldn't delve myself into it.
The first thing that came to mind was Walking Dead,
I was just gonna ask that. I was like, we all
Which
talked about how
Walking
we
Dead?
played
I
Walking
lo-
Dead, the Telltale.
the Telltale
Oh,
Walking
we all
Dead.
talked about how we played.
I
Did you play all
loved
4?
the first one.
I played the first and the second one.
That's why I've never heard anyone complete it.
That's why. But that's what I was
don't
gonna
know if
say.
it was people
I've
got
heard
tired
terrible
of it
things
or
about the
bored or,
So I played the first season. I loved it. I played the second
Yeah.
season.
I didn't even finish
I
the second.
I didn't
second
like
season, I
it
was
as
like,
much
yeah,
as the
it's
first
okay.
season, but I still enjoyed it.
Same.
And then I never played anything after that.
What was the third season? I remember there being
There's
a third
4
season.
There's 4 seasons.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they
Yes.
they actually
I thought it
re-released
got
them all on
canceled for the
Tuesdays, whole
third
thing.
season.
No, the 4th season was the one that got canceled in the middle of,
Yeah.
but it was already finished. So they ended up Robert Kirkman's studio,
Yeah,
Skybound, picked it up to finish it, and then now some other studio just bought Telltale and is re-releasing all of their games.
So instead of a series that pissed me off because I thoroughly enjoyed one game and then they took a different
I
direction
should probably
and pissed me
read
off,
all of these things.
the main thing that I'm probably going to have to go with is a game where I thoroughly enjoyed the game, had a lot of fun playing it, put a lot of time into playing it, and then they decided to take that game into a different direction, and then it completely negated everything at the beginning.
Fahrenheit.
Fortnite.
Yeah,
I
I
loved
loved the original.
I
Fortnite,
love the
not
original
the Battle
Fortnite.
Royale
I
shit.
love Fortnite.
Actually, I don't hate the
I
Battle
bought
Royale.
it originally.
I did too.
I
I spent
don't-
$59 on it. I
I-
bought the big
I'm
founders
not
pack.
too big
Yep.
on Battle Royale. I don't like Fortnite Battle Royale, which is all Fortnite is now.
This is
I
Can't agree with that
hard.
statement, but I see what you're saying. Yes.
yeah, but again, it was one of those I really liked what they were doing with Fortnite and everything like that, and then they were like, oh well, this isn't making money, but this is, so scrap this. And this is our game now.
I'm upset with Fortnite just because they shut down Paragon. But continue.
I'm with you on that.
Did they shut down
All right,
Paragon?
all
I
right.
can't remember what
Was
it
it-
was.
No, they had to stop working on it because
But was it
Yeah.
the same developer?
Yes,
yes,
it's
yes,
Epic.
yes, yes,
Okay.
Epic.
Because it was originally split with some, like a third of them were on Paragon, the rest were on Epic, or the rest were on Fortnite. And then Fortnite blew up. They're like, hey, Paragon's not doing that great, so we're going to move people here and put them here. Epic made the great move of being able to get all your refunds if you saved your receipts. Fantastic customer service move, but poopy because I really liked Paragon.
Me too.
My only thing with that is I just
Really
realized
liked it.
I didn't realize
Yes.
Epic, and you guys may have. I didn't realize Epic was the one that made Gears of War.
Yeah.
Coalition didn't come along until Gears 3.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Now
not
they
know
now they
that.
fully own it, and they made Gears 5.
Yeah, but I did not know that. I didn't know it was like a Bungie 343 thing. Like,
Yeah.
no, I did not know that. I found that out like last week.
Weeks
I
without
never
a Paragon
I never
mention,
played Gears of
0.
War. You will not forget.
I love that game.
I really liked it too.
I will say,
the characters were so like
Cool.
they didn't really have so much story. I mean, I guess they did if you really delved into it. But the character designs were so fucking cool.
and it didn't. To me, my biggest issue with MOBAs is it feels like I'm playing a MOBA, which whatever. But like,
everyone gets mad at me.
agreed that too. He sucks, and everybody gets mad at him. No, but no, it was a MOBA that didn't feel like I was playing a MOBA.
like Monday Night Combat,
yeah, again,
Yeah.
didn't feel like a MOBA.
but was yeah.
Yeah.
I technically they called it tower defense, but that bitch was a MOBA.
Yeah,
You couldn't take down the base unless you had minions on it. God, that game was so
That
much
was really
fun.
Corey.
Yeah.
Have you done any research on Paragon?
Not
I know
not
that
since
they're-
it shut down.
I know that they're trying to work on another game to replace it and call it something totally different.
Well, two studios got together and bought the rights, and they're trying to go through and remake it.
Godspeed. They want. I would be very surprised that because unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have noticed, gone is the time of MOBAs. Like obviously, the TI is still popular with Dota 2. Fucking League is still popular in its sense, but how many other MOBAs are there? Smite's trying.
yeah. I was gonna say
MOBAs?
Smite's there, but yeah.
You got Smite, you've got Dota 2, you've got League of Legends.
Okay,
Those
so
Three. He just
the three that he just mentioned. Name
Oh,
another.
I'm sorry, I was reading
Yeah.
that article.
Okay.
trying to
Oh,
get-
yeah.
I was trying to get more information from him because I knew he was
So
excited about
that's
Paragon.
that's what I mean. Is like
Led said he's been wanting to play some Heroes of the
Is it
Storm.
Paladins? A MOBA?
Too bad Heroes.
Oh,
of the
no,
Storm's
that's
getting shut down.
Overwatch.
I
Are they
thought that
really?
was also done as a MOBA.
I don't think so.
Blizzard came out like 4 or 5 months ago and said that they've started moving development resources off of Heroes of the Storm, and they
fuck,
are
man. Why
they're-
did I put money in that game? Like, why do I do that?
they aren't shutting down. They aren't like shutting the
They
game
will
down
be.
soon, but they have said that they are going to. They are
Oh.
eventually going to stop production on the game.
Paragon was a.
Yeah.
Smart as I thought you were going to fucker.
Shannon, you said you had 2 things you wanted to talk about.
He's very excited to talk about.
Oh no, just one thing I want to quickly mention, just in case somebody hasn't touched it, because I didn't plan on it being good. But we talked about Coalition, huh? No, I've actually been playing Gears 5. Like I was playing it earlier.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, actually really good. I was kind of shocked. I played it because I didn't have to pay for it. I was like, I'll just play this game.
Arena of Valor, that was the one.
And
That's on the phone.
Yeah.
And this is gonna sound really weird. This will sound really weird when I was trying to explain this to somebody, but there's missions in Gears 5 that are open world.
Weird.
Yeah, there's like open area,
Is
like almost
Gears-
like Tomb like the newest Tomb Raider games. If that was probably
Has
the
the
best way to
story
explain
for Gears changed at all?
Real quick, I want to state this because I just looked it up and I am correct. Yes, Paladins is a MOBA.
it. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
No. Well, okay, yeah,
It's
I
an
guess so.
Overwatch MOBA.
Technically, yeah.
Okay, I haven't played it. I thought
I
it was,
haven't
I thought it was, I
just
thought it was
like-
just
I
Overwatch
swear I
for
thought
free.
that was a
They're
MOBA.
technically minions, so
Continue
you're
then.
right.
No, I was just saying. No, yes and no. I mean,
So, follow-up question: what is the story to Gears of War?
I
I've
just
played-
found out someone ruined it for me, and I'm very pissed.
I played Gears 1, 2, and 3, and right now in this exact moment, I still don't know what the story was about.
Aliens rise
Basically,
from the ground.
humans-
Is it aliens?
humans were fighting each other
Oh, the
for
mutants
emulsion,
from the ground.
which is like this energy source worth it. Like you can sell it. It's fantastic.
Sure. Oil.
Yeah, oils. Yeah, oil
Unobtainium.
2.0. And so in the the mixture of all this happening, I guess the emulsion created the locust or whatever. They came out of the ground, and the humans fought the locust, all this other stuff. And then they realized that the war is not over. There's also this other entity that's underground that's fighting the locust. So that was what Gears 2 was about, I believe.
So basically,
Why?
Halo 5's version. Who was it you fight in Halo 5?
the Covenant, and then the flood. Oh,
And then the,
Five? I was gonna say, then you also got
Prometheus.
the,
Prometheans, yeah.
Thank
You've
you.
also started
almost like that, but they're
Forerunners.
also locust
Forerunners
based.
were
Like they're
still
still
in there too, weren't There are a lot of
But
people in that game.
yeah, basically, no, they're fighting each other as you're trying to fight them as they're fighting the other people. The what are they called? I can't remember now.
Halo.
But yeah, there's like these. Always seems like there's always some new enemy that keeps spawning because of all the ridiculous stuff people are doing to get rid of the other one. It's creating more problems in the long run. It just keeps cascading and making new and new problems for them. If you play Gears 5, there's a video that you can watch and it'll tell you like what is like the state of the world of Gears of War, and then you can also watch what happened in Gears 4 in case you didn't play Gears 4, which I did not play Gears 4 just because
Somebody ruined the twist ending of Gears 4 for me now.
In
I
Gears,
haven't played any.
why
of
don't
them
they
yet.
just make a city and then take those cool hammer of whatever satellites and just fucking erase everything else?
Okay, do you know what that would do to the planet?
I mean, what has it already done?
I'm just saying, wipe
They can
everything
eat more
off of the
emulsion,
planet.
turn
so-
into locusts, everyone's happy.
I'm just saying, if you wipe everything off the planet, there's no more resources, there's no more food.
There's no more of your resources or food. How about that?
but
I
no,
don't understand.
no. Just actually give it a shot. The multiplayer is actually a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool
I heard
modes.
it's all about the shotgun. Oh wait, it's Gears of War.
Is there a reason to play Judgment Day?
What is that?
I mean, Gears of War Judgment.
Is it just Judgment?
It's just
Yeah.
Sorry, Judgment Day is
That's Terminator.
I was thinking,
Which is
same thing.
ironic because there's a crossover in the news
Yeah.
Gears of War for Terminator. No, nobody likes that game
Honestly, I've
really.
not heard anyone say it was good, but like
They
is
changed
it
all the
needed for
controls.
story?
I don't
Yeah,
think
they
so.
changed
at all.
all. That was the biggest thing that a lot of people had an issue with was the controls. The control scheme was changed,
Gotcha.
and it didn't
Do you still play
It
the
didn't-
same guys? Like the
it didn't feel
they're not
like
called
a
Spartans. What are they called?
The COG.
Soldiers.
cogs.
Okay, are you still
Oh,
a
yeah.
cog or is it like
Yeah,
ODST
you play as
where it's
Baird. You
like,
play as like
You play as the blonde dude.
Baird.
I didn't know if it was like ODST where it was like, oh,
He's
here's
died
all these
like 14
awesome
times.
Spartans running around. Or not at that point, it was only one.
Hey, I
But then it
fucking
was just
loved
like-
ODST.
no, I loved
Oh, I
ODST.
tore the shit out of
but I was just
ODST.
wondering, a lot of
Never
people
played it.
didn't. That's why I was wondering if like that was what was the thing.
I'm just gonna say that to this day, the advertising campaign for ODST, well specifically
I don't
Halo
remember
3
this.
and
Beauty.
Halo ODST were some of the
Halo
most
3 was just okay.
amazing. I
like
really,
Halo
I,
3.
I love
No. The advertising for
Oh,
it.
honestly, I don't remember.
It
But,
was-
like the live action going into the museum with like the clay figures, and then you like zoom in, and then it picks up, and it's you're like it's live action with Master Chief running along the beach, throws down the shield grenade,
Yeah.
and then jumps over it and comes down on top
I'm
of the
so
brute.
sad I don't remember this.
That was an amazing.
Really?
ODST was so much better in
The
my opinion.
ODST with
ODST gives you
soldiers
feelings.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
the.
No, I remember the game.
Okay.
I just don't remember the trailer.
No.
Once the podcast
The
is over, I'm
trailer
gonna show you the trailer.
gives you feelings.
Really?
Yeah.
As
As-
bad as
as a-
Dead Island?
As a more, in my opinion,
Yes.
as a group of soldiers are around.
Which one, the
a
opening of the
clearly-
island?
Huh?
The,
Here, just don't spoil it. I'll show
the
it to you
tra-
once
the trailer
it's
for Dead
once it's
Island.
over.
where
with
the
the little girl
like,
falling
jumps
out the window,
thing
but,
and,
like, the
it's all
whole
done in reverse
videos
and
and-
like
Oh,
To me,
that is still one of the most emotional
So,
trailers I've
got
ever
it.
seen.
here's the
Loaded up.
thing: I can't separate
Katie was
that.
bawling her eyes out
I
when she
can't
saw that.
separate that in my head because when I think Dead Island, Hoodoo Voodoo bitch just plays.
Yeah.
with my head.
That was
Beat.
the greatest thing about turning on that game is I was immediately like,
That's
this
what I
is
was
gonna be
talking
the best
about.
game ever.
that
That's what I was talking
that
about.
trailer is not for that game. Like
Oh,
in my
I
head.
agree.
So
No, I played
know
it. I got to the end of that game and I was like, I did not see that trailer in here. Like,
Not even a little bit.
the emotional level of that trailer never came up in that game.
I think it was.
That was kind of a disappointment. I still loved the game, but like that was one thing that I
trailer.
did get
I know,
to the end
I
of that.
have it
and I was
loaded up,
just
so
like,
once the podcast is over, we'll play it. Speaking of amazing trailers, how about that new Shadowkeep trailer?
Does look really good.
Somebody
Oh,
get this
it's
guardian
guardian
his crown.
I was expecting Joe to go and checked out.
No, I
did
think
like the game.
I
just
really
kept
like
talking
the-
about it.
I really like the peek at the new environments, especially the peek at the raid environment we got through the portal at the end.
God.
I think it looked great. I'm super excited to go back to the Black Garden. By the way,
Excuse me, African American Garden.
figured out from the trailer that you can still do tricks on your Sparrow, and thought that had been removed for Destiny 2.
Wait.
And have played 2 years of Destiny 2 and had no idea that I could still do
How do you
tricks
do
on my
tricks?
Sparrow. You use, when you're on your Sparrow and you do a jump, you use the arrow keys.
Oh,
And
it's
you
when
can-
you do a jump.
And when you can do
You think
tricks.
it's
It's an
arrow
emote.
keys?
It's you're doing an emote.
that I was gonna say,
you
or
do,
this.
you do the
Which,
whole.
to be fair, there have been times I'm by myself completely, and I'm like, and I turn, and I'm just like, Just because it's cool.
Whopper.
But it's still, I figured that out because of the trailer, and I saw it was on a Reddit thread, and someone was like, oh, they're bringing back Sparrow emotes, and someone below them was like, bro, they've been in the game since it launched. And I was,
My only thing there. So did you not try it?
no, I never, because
There's
think
so
about it this
few
way.
spots where
Last
there's
time I
cool
played
ramps.
D1,
He was on
it was
console.
console.
No, he was
I
on
never
PC.
thought to use
a lot of
my
extra
emote
buttons.
keys on
Because
my-
he's only ever had it on PC.
Now you're playing on PC now.
I never thought to try it,
Gotcha.
and so then
Am I
just
the
the
only one still playing on my original platform?
Probably.
Yes.
probably.
When
I run you through shit because you're too low leveled, but that's it.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
I just feel like
That was the first time I turned on my
X.
Xbox, and
you know, we have
6
skipped
months?
over it before we delve fully into Destiny. We have yet to talk about Call of Duty.
Not just that.
Huh?
I said not just that. We started to ask him what he was excited to talk about, and then cut him off.
Oh, that's fine. You can go ahead and finish that.
Did you play Call of Duty?
Well, no, yeah, I played that too as well.
Did you play it on PC?
I played it on PS4 and PC.
Okay. So which one did you like more?
I mean, it's a first-person shooter. You can aim better on PC.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked is because every game I played had PlayStation and Xbox players in it.
Mhm. Mine
That's
too.
probably one of the coolest. Why did we not do that before?
What do you tell?
It shows it. There's
Does it?
emblem.
oh yeah. So like, and it even says like when you're looking, it has like the player's name, and then it has like Xbox controller, PS4 controller, PC controller, PC keyboard and mouse.
I just
PC
want to think
controller.
that like every
Like-
single time you killed somebody, it popped up on the screen, you were beaten by a mouse and keyboard.
It doesn't say that.
That would be
Yeah.
funny.
Should.
PC Master Racing Hub.
I saw a really funny meme earlier. Everyone's freaking out because Activision came out and said that Spec Ops mode is going to be a PS4 exclusive for 1 year. By the way, infuriated about that. Spec Ops mode was the best mode in that entire game.
Oh,
and the fact that
I
it's
didn't hear them say that.
it's a PS4
That's the
exclusive
co-op?
for a year.
No. There's
That's like the Horde mode, the survival mode.
Huh.
Spec Ops.
Oh no. Okay, reverse. I think you're getting two things confused here. So because they announced that they're supposed to be campaign multiplayer. They're supposed to be
there
like
was no
co-op
campaign.
missions, like
Yeah.
the
No, no,
Spec Ops.
last-
but they
they
just
did not have a campaign
announced
before that.
survival.
They were not doing any more campaigns.
Which is not that's
It
not
was
the
after
same
this
thing
one.
as that's Modern Warfare 3 is survival, Modern Warfare 2 is Spec Ops.
Okay.
Like you would play
Sorry.
all
I'm
guild
thinking.
and
I'm thinking
Modern
the
Warfare 2.
survival. I'm thinking the survival mode
for Modern Warfare 3.
that was amazing. That I played the absolute shit
Really
out of.
like that?
Yes, is going to now be a PS4 exclusive for 1 year.
Is it it's a whole year?
Yeah, and then
I'm
the
tired
meme.
of
The
board
meme I
games.
saw. The meme I saw was the when you're entering the
Except for World
the
War Z.
ghillie suit mission in the original Modern Warfare.
All
and it's,
ghillied up.
it's panning through the city, and it's like 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town, and it's like this is a Call of Duty fan base after Activision says that Spec Ops is PS4 exclusive for a year.
But it's not Spec
Are you
Ops.
sure it's
It's
a
sorry,
year?
it's survival.
Because Spec
That's what I've
Ops,
been seeing.
in my head, Spec Ops for Modern Warfare 2 is where you had the specific missions where you had to get things done.
2-player
You
co-op
had
missions.
3 stars. or-
Yes, that's Spec Ops.
Yeah.
I'm talking the survival mode, like the Horde mode, where the waves get
Because
progressively more
technically,
intense and
in
intense.
Modern Warfare 2, there was a wave mode for Spec. One of the missions you had to survive 5 waves for, or 10 waves, or whatever.
Yeah, no,
I
not that.
fucking
That's-
hated
I'm talking
that.
the one that it's basically
Hated that
it's
one.
basically like zombies without the zombies.
I know what you're talking about. I actually found a way to cheese that mission. I beat it 28 seconds and was on Infinity War.
Fuck
Like
you,
leaderboard.
dude.
Hold on.
I was on Infinity
getting
War.
more
War
information
on that. Modern Warfare 2. I'm kidding. I kid you not. It was ridiculous.
Overall,
Infinity War's best for a minute and a half. Mine was 28 seconds.
So, to be clear, our all-new Special Ops mode will be releasing on all platforms October 25th. We are looking forward to revealing Special Ops on October 8th. When we launch on October 25th, everyone on all platforms will be getting Modern Warfare, which includes campaign, the all-new Special Ops mode, and the entirety of multiplayer, which is a massive experience that we have worked to create. Special Ops Survival is a separate additional classic mode that will be available on PS4. So there will still be Special Ops. They will still
Correct.
have all the full co-op
This is
stuff.
my only
but
question, though.
Survival will be 1 year.
so since I'm buying it on
time-
PC, do I get a discount because I'm not getting a full game?
That was what I was just gonna say. That's not fair to charge $60 for a game where it's if you buy it here for $60,
Especially
you're
since
getting new stuff.
they announced it in the beginning. All DLC, all maps, all modes, everything that is coming out post-launch There is 0 exclusives. It is the exact same day across the board.
Yeah.
But this is technically launch day, which is
Launch
not
exclusive.
I don't
post-launch.
think they said it was
Therefore-
exclusive. They said it was going to be all the stuff's going to be free.
No, it's exclusive. It's exclusive to PS4.
No, what I'm
No,
what I'm
he's saying
saying
is they never said it was.
PR wise, I don't think they ever said it was going to be. Nothing. They're still in Sony's front pocket.
No,
Like the
right.
beta was first on PS4.
Right,
So,
right,
like,
right.
I mean-
So they said that the beta was on PS4 first, but everything post launch, everything is coming out on the same day and everything like that.
There's
But
going to be no exclusives.
because this is not post launch, it is day of launch. They are doing this thing, and they
They're
didn't
following
tell
their
anybody
own
until
I still
this
agree
week.
with Tyler though. Like the game should only be $50 then.
I was
Here's the
after the beta. I was 100% probably going to be, if not day one, week one for Modern Warfare.
Like I said, definitely, probably, maybe, if not day one.
No, I know what he's saying.
I know.
I'm firmly in the camp of I'll
When
get
it's
it.
on sale.
I'll get it when I get it.
okay. So I'm gonna have to like bash myself here. So as somebody that's going to get it for PC, I never expected that mode to be in the game.
Why though?
Because they've always had 3 modes: story,
They haven't always, but I know.
story,
about.
multiple. They have
They've said since the beginning they were having these 3 modes. This was
story,
an additional mode that was just
multiplayer,
But you said it was
and
part of the
Spec
beta,
Ops.
didn't you?
Spec Ops Survival? No.
No,
Oh, I thought you were saying you guys played this during the beta, and now
No.
they're saying you can't play it at all.
this was not even announced. This was a thing until just very very recently.
Yeah, a couple.
I
days.
never
Okay,
expected
that does kind of change my opinion.
because I was getting Spec Ops. Okay, that's the mode that I'm getting for my game that I'm paying $60 for. I never expected to get a survival mode. I mean, if
Yeah, but that same argument could be turned around and going, well,
correct.
those fuckers are getting it. I want to get it.
Exactly. So that's my
That's
thing.
why I'm getting
I'll
tired
buy
of
the game. I'll
exclusive.
buy the game day
I'm with
one
And I'm talking
for $45.
I understand.
I'm not
like,
going to pay
okay,
60 while the people on PS4 have access to a mode.
I just
that
feel like
I don't know if
extra
I'd give
free
it a
content.
$15 content price. I would. It's a horde
that's
mode,
expensive. I'd
guys.
say, like,
I guess my
I would,
thing is
I would give it maybe 5. Like
But still,
if that.
at the end of the day,
But isn't that like saying
To
okay,
me-
when, like Halo
to
Reach
me, that's a
put out
major
Firefight?
part of the game that I was looking forward to.
That was the entire reason everyone played Halo. Reach.
Right, but it's not to the extent of Firefight. This is
Why not?
So this is basically one map, one game mode. That's that.
Firefight?
No.
When Firefight launched, it was one map.
Okay, I guess slightly, yeah. But this game mode, this is just it. Like this is what it's going to be, and then a year and a half, we will get that
Are we
one
expecting
game
it to
one
be
map.
as expansive as zombies?
No, but it's
It's
a,
a
Spec Ops is
It-
supposed to be the zombies equivalent.
it's
Correct.
a mode. It's a mode that I greatly enjoyed for Modern Warfare 3. They said was going to be in this game, and
Yeah.
I have been excited about it. I've been excited about
That's
the
what
campaign.
started me off. Is you said you didn't hear about it. So
No, when they first started talking about all
it
the
was
things that were
Spec
coming
Ops.
in, it was Spec Ops, but they hinted at the survival mode. They hinted that they were bringing back a Spec Ops mode for Modern Warfare 3 that was well received.
they did. They just didn't bring it back for you.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Case in point. I was going to buy this game because I'm excited about the campaign, I'm excited about multiplayer, and I'm excited about survival. Now I'm excited about the campaign, sort of happy about the multiplayer, and pissed about Spec Ops. And so I'm in this situation now where, like,
You know what
I
say?
understand I'm going to have a lot of friends.
offset with Ground War.
I'm
We
going to
should
have a
just
lot
stop
of
playing Call of Duty.
I'm going to have a lot of friends playing it and a lot of friends pressuring me to buy the game, but I don't want to pay $60 for a game that I'm not getting all the content for. If I have to wait a year to get all the content, I don't think that I should have to pay $60.
I will also say, apparently, this was also again devil's advocate. This is also
Activision just wanting a big fat sack of cash from Sony.
it has
I know.
yes, it has nothing. Like the developers were blindsided by this
Yeah.
and were not told that
That
this was
sounds
going
like
to.
Activision.
The developers have come out and said that
Activision.
they were presented with a bunch of shitty options that because they were obligated to give Sony some kind of
It's
exclusive.
amazing what
They
money
took the
Which that's the
least
thing that I'm
shitty
getting
options.
tired of.
Sony needs to stop fucking
And
digging their
all of
heads
them
in
do.
their sand.
But the thing is that the way that Sony sees it is, okay, if we have this, then everyone's going to love PlayStation and make PlayStation great. What I am tired of, if you're going to have, okay, I understand exclusive games. I understand why they own Spider-Man. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand. Okay, we have an exclusive game to sell our console. So Spider-Man, Last of Us, stuff like that. I get that.
Just like Halo with Microsoft.
Exactly.
Just like Halo with Microsoft.
But I'm getting really tired of, okay, you want to play this one game that came out to its full extent. And I'm not necessarily saying like this because I don't know about this per se. But like, for instance, they did it when like Destiny launched.
Yeah, the
The
first
first Destiny, it was, here's an exclusive like couple guns.
Exotics.
There was exclusive
Exotic
missions.
strikes, missions, maps, sparrows, ships, all of this
So it
for
was-
Sony.
Oh, you want to play the full game? You either have to get it on Sony or you're gonna buy it on multiple consoles.
Nobody I knew was playing that game on Xbox, and every single person fucking bought a PlayStation 4 specifically to play that game. So when I wanted to play,
I
Destiny,
was not me at all.
No, it was this fucktard and Skylar and Ross and
To be
fucking
fair,
everybody.
well, Ross, not really. To be fair, Charles
Or Charles. That
gave me his PS3 and all games to trade in with my Xbox 360.
I remember that and I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was
because
like, this fucker
a,
got like a free
I got
PS4.
a new PS4. I got Last of Us, and I got Destiny, and I paid like $12.
I was so pissed. I remember you telling us all
I
about
can't be upset. Like I can't. This is kind of worse.
but I will say though, again, devil's advocate here. I see where
Sorry.
the Call of Duty developers are coming from the perspective of also this was a decision that was made by
Higher
their
pay
parent
grades.
company,
Higher pay grades.
and on
it.
top
I
of
don't
that,
blame them. I blame Activision.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
blame
No, yeah.
Infinity War.
Infinity Ward.
Ward. Excuse
Here's
me.
the other
Infinity
problem,
Ward
though.
made this one.
So Activision, long story short, Activision had a huge exclusivity deal with Xbox, with Microsoft,
Yes.
for the longest period of
Which
time.
again, I still think that was wrong too.
And then what was the one where it
just to
changed?
be on the flip side, it was Ghosts.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Was it so?
Because Ghosts
yeah, it
was
was
the
just
first of the new
PS4.
gen.
Yeah,
Okay. So when Ghosts came out, Sony paid exponential amounts of money
Uh-huh.
to get exclusivity rights
Yeah.
for, I think it was like the next 10 years or something
of
like that.
Activision games.
And there's still a few years left on that contract.
I
so
get
because that
that.
money was already paid out,
I'm just
that's
saying
why
that
they
doesn't-
have to.
I get that. I'm just saying that whole deal was bullshit.
It's one
Yeah.
of the reasons
I used to
that-
think it was ridiculous, and I used to have to talk to customers and like talk to people and explain when people would come in and be like, "Hey, I want to buy the new map pack for whatever Call of Duty generic title insert here," and they'd walk in and be like, "Hey, I want the new map pack. Oh, sorry, it's only on 360. If you want it for PS4, or PS3, it's gonna be another month or two." And they were like, "What the fuck? Like, why is Xbox getting it now?" And it was like, "Oh, well, they paid money for it." And it's like, that's bullshit. Like, you paid the same price as everyone else did. Why the fuck are they?
It's the same as season passes. It just splits the player base.
It is literally game console racism.
It's one of the reasons that I'm so excited that Bungie
Let's not coin
bought
that,
themselves
please.
out. of
I
Activision.
will. Oh, your PlayStation or your Xbox, you're not allowed to be in our circle.
PC Master Race, bitch.
It's one of the reasons that I'm so excited that Bungie bought themselves out of Activision. It's
Oh, I am
now
too.
that coming up with Shadowkeep, there's no longer going to be that Activision sinking their claws in like you're going to do.
We
this
just-
because
Until
we
Microsoft
need
buys
to
Bungie
make
The
back.
money.
only thing that scares me is that if not enough people buy in and play this game, that will be the end.
I don't think so.
That's the off
I
kilter
will
balance,
say, I
right?
do think Destiny has a big enough following.
I think it does
Destiny has a big
too.
enough following, and I think there's enough people that support the game, and there's enough
if ESO's still good.
I do
there's
too,
enough
but
love from the actual developer and the actual company themselves that I think that even if the player base starts to dwindle a little bit, I think we're still going to see a Destiny 3.
I understand, and I'm agreeing with you. My point being, these producers offer that safety net. They just come with bad choices. So if you like, Destiny is lucky, right? Bungie is lucky because they got to that point where they could say, "We don't need your safety net anymore,"
Fuck you.
and they became their own entity. Great, fantastic.
But they could also now go bankrupt, and it's them. I see
Exactly.
what you're saying.
They've
Because they don't have that safety net now.
Not anymore.
Hey, Activision can eat that $1 million or $1 billion cost or whatever.
They have that.
It's literally
that blank
Bungie's
check.
themselves. They are now basically an indie studio.
which is weird but true. Like,
It is.
It's all being ran
So,
by
and
themselves. They
that's
don't
why,
have
like-
anybody else's safety net.
Right.
But also, I
will
think
agree
that
with you on that.
yeah.
But I think they'll be okay.
I think that the
Most
fact that
likely.
they bought themselves out of Activision,
Shows how far they've come. at least.
especially if you look at
Again,
like
until Microsoft buys them next month.
I looked at a website
Exclusive on
that
Xbox.
tracks playtime in Destiny and like activities completed, and it ranks you based on like where you fall compared to
The
other
Destiny
players.
Ranker or whatever.
I'm
It's
last.
what's it called?
Tracker,
Time wasted on Destiny.net or something.
Awesome.
How can I tell?
It tracks how often you're logged in, and
Your FBI agent logs it for you.
So there's
It's-
literally a.
So,
He's on it
so
again.
technically, all of that stuff is already logged on Battle.net. It's just
You
some
just
of the
can't
stuff you
access it.
can't technically
Really?
access.
Yeah.
That's just creepy.
and so it pings the API and gets the response from it.
I was gonna say there's a thing called Destiny Tracker that takes everyone in the database and actually shows you their ranking. For example, in
That's what
Gambit,
you just said, isn't it?
but in Gambit, I'm ranked Diamond. It actually gives you
Mhm.
an actual skill ranking,
Yeah.
whereas you don't get to see that in the game.
But like
It's a stupid number system. Fuck that number system.
I play,
Kidding.
I'm in the top like 35% of players.
Oh, that must be nice.
Like no,
Mr. Big
not,
Show.
not in
His
regards
face, though. His face is like, must be nice.
not in regards to skill or anything, but just in regards to time played, activities completed. Just I'm in the top like
MMXIX.
37% or something, like 37% of players. I would consider myself and the people in like the top 40%. I would consider those the core players
I
for
disagree.
Destiny 2.
I would expand that up to like 60 to 70.
And I think that those people, especially seeing that Bungie has bought themselves out from Activision and now they are the ones behind the design and direction of the game, that does nothing but make me more excited for the future of this game, and also more likely to when a cool cosmetic comes onto the store,
Yeah.
that makes me that much more likely to spend money on
Okay.
actual real
I
money.
will 100% agree with you on that sense because now it's your what's it called? Supporting them.
Exactly. I'm
Instead
not
of-
you're not
supporting
supporting
Activision.
Activision anymore,
I'm
you're
supporting
supporting
Bungie.
Blizzard.
I'm supporting the
Bungie.
development and
Which is
continuation
why
of a game that
which
I
is
love.
why Fortnite got so big. You gotta remember.
It's
They're
just
doing a
like,
Batman theme right now.
Yeah.
Like you get to be Christian Bale. And then you can drop into Gotham City and it changes your glider into your cape.
it's just like the reason, the same
it's
reason that
really
I bought the shirt and the pin for completing the Triumph. It's the same reason that I'm going to buy the Bad Juju replica because
Eh.
I'm going to.
That doesn't make sense. You don't like pulse rifles where you're getting bad juju?
The replica's fucking dope. Have you seen it?
I want
Sorry.
Hawk Moon so bad.
But I like I'm going to continue to support this company because I like what they do. I like where the game is going. I
Yeah.
like the direction it's taking, and I could not be any more fucking excited to go to the moon and crack some hive fucking skulls.
I do have a question about that, actually.
Go on.
So with Shadowkeep coming out,
Yeah.
they apparently, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you would know this better than anyone, is I heard that they said that they now have a roadmap for the next 5 years of where they want Destiny 2 to go.
I haven't seen
5
years.
years.
5 years, but I have seen a 1 year
I have-
roadmap.
I have
for
seen
year
the 1
three.
year
I've seen the year.
They've
roadmap
released
for
a
year
roadmap. They've released.
With all the different seasons.
They announced that they have an idea as to where they're going for the next 5 years.
Yes,
they
but I've
haven't
seen a
released a
roadmap
physical roadmap
for
to the
year
public.
3 only.
I'll be
Destiny
honest.
2's 5-year plans means don't expect Destiny 3 anytime soon.
The only thing I would say,
I wouldn't.
I'll
I'm
be
not
honest.
expecting D3 till probably.
I'm excited for
2021,
Shadow
2022.
Okay, so hold on.
but I'm not excited to go to the moon.
So I know you're all
I'm
playing
so
on
excited.
PC.
haunted.
Shut up.
I know you're all playing on PC. So what the fuck does that mean for everybody else that's playing on console?
What do you mean?
Dude,
Because next year the new consoles are coming out. So are they putting Destiny 2 out remastered on?
Well, that's
Bro,
the thing is,
Skyrim will be on them. What does it matter?
It's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be one of those.
but
It's
again,
probably
it's
gonna be.
backwards compatible.
It's
on
gonna be a
everything.
back compact.
But at the
title.
same
sorry,
time,
brother.
are people
I
is
shouldn't
that going
expected
to
it.
kill the console
You never
audience?
expect the Spanish
I doubt it.
Inquisition.
'Cause people-
Oh wow! Here's my brand new PS5. I can't wait to play that old game on it.
But here's the thing: if you're a committed core player, you're going to continue to play the game no matter what console you have.
They'll probably
Whether
just
you
give it to you for free.
whether you upgrade or not.
Well, it
if
is
you
gonna technically
if
be
you
free, so.
upgrade and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a back compat title, you can still play it. There, yeah, it might not be, the newest remastered version and looks
So,
super crisp.
I
But
would
it's,
I would disagree on that sense alone, only for the fact of you take PCs hardware now, and you verse them versus PS4 hardware now, it will
I
make them
will say-
technically more crisp.
I
it'll
will
give them
say-
higher frame rate. It'll give them
Other
a lot
thing to
of other
compare this
stuff.
with, okay? How will did Destiny on 360 and PS3 continue once they switched over to consoles, new consoles?
I did not continue to play after.
Correct. No one did.
No,
That's why on
no,
360 and
literally-
PS3 they were
Here's
killed.
the thing. I played Destiny 1. I played the story and completed the story and then stopped playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
played
Because
that.
I did not have friends to play the game with.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
played
That's what
this.
everyone did. So then they literally killed the game.
No, I did not. No. I want to make a very distinct
I
clarification.
get what you're saying. You beat you spent a week on it, beat the story, and you were done.
I still played the game. I think
That's
I
not
put
used.
like 100, 120 hours into it. I still played the game. I still went, and even once I was max level, still played Strike, still did the exotic quests and all that. But eventually, because I did not have anyone else to play the game with, I stopped playing. It's not because the console switch happened. It's not because of anything else. I
No,
didn't
I'm just
have
saying
access
that
to.
is what happened though. Is everybody stopped playing?
Yeah, because they said that no new content was going to be coming out for the PS3 version and the
Because no one was
360
playing
version.
anymore.
Right. Because
I literally was the only person out of my friends group that played Destiny.
No, but
For
what he's
me-
trying to show the difference. The clarification.
he's
of
saying you stopped playing because you didn't have friends. Everyone else in the world stopped playing because they switched onto a different console and didn't want to play this game anymore.
Got you. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So he's saying, what if that
Joe
happens
moment.
again?
Yeah.
If that,
Joe
I mean,
I feel like it's hey, everyone on PC is gonna keep going, and everyone on consoles just gonna.
I feel like at that point, if it starts nearing it, worst case scenario, though, we'll do Destiny 3.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I expect. Cause,
Or I see what they did with, or not what they did, but I mean with Grand Theft Auto 5 when it released on Xbox One and PS4. If you already had the game,
Oh yeah.
pay $20 and you get the.
Bull
Upgraded.
fucking cut shit. Fuck damn.
You have a stroke.
Did-
over
I
there?
was gonna say, that was a
that's
really
exactly
weird.
what I did.
That was a really
I
weird.
literally, I had it on 360.
Bull fucking shit. Where the fuck is my $20 upgrade?
I
You didn't do it in
literally-
time.
I had it
I
on the
got it.
360. I bought
Yeah,
an
same.
Xbox One. I went and when I bought my Xbox One, I
Same.
traded
Why do I
in-
keep you 5 around? Drake. I'll
Wait,
consider him
I was
father.
gonna thank you. In my head, I'm like 1, 2, 3.
I didn't
I
know
was
you
like,
yet.
"For shit. Keep going, Drake.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know you
But
yet.
no, why the fuck did nobody tell me? Because I've literally bought that game 2 more times on Xbox paying fucking
So-
full
It was
price.
limited time.
So it was
I get that. Why the fuck did you not tell me and you not tell me?
I
didn't
didn't. I
know you two.
swear I
You
told
should
you.
have
Hold
fucking
on.
called me.
For
You
sh-
were my associate that I went to a GameStop. You should have
Stop
fucking let
imitating.
me
It was
know.
not yet.
But no, that's what I did. Here's the other thing. So I had a
I feel
physical
like that
copy
was
of
a podcast conversation too.
Yeah.
Were you on time wasted on Destiny?
Time Wasted on Destiny. On Xbox, I'm at 194 hours and 54 minutes, and on PC, I'm at 177 hours and 43 minutes.
I'm,
But-
I'm,
Helping
I'm
us,
upwards
Xbox
of
is
like
higher.
I'm upwards of like 400 hours.
But on but I mean, if you add these two together,
Holy
I'm
shit,
up
No,
to
yeah, that's
400 hours.
I'm upwards of 400 hours on just Destiny 2 on PC alone. So you
Right.
adding it up, you're at about the same place. And then if you add in my like 100 and some odd hours for D1 on Xbox,
Yeah.
then
How do you find this out?
it's time wasted on
Apparently,
Destiny.
I've played
Wasted
it for
on
0
Destiny.com.
hours.
The website is Time Wasted on Destiny, but the actual web address
Oh,
is
never
Wasted
mind.
on Destiny.
I played Destiny 1 for 242 hours and 11 minutes,
Why did it put a 6 in front?
and for Destiny 2 on the PC,
But anyway,
played that game for 150 hours.
Wait, what?
Wow.
There's still I don't know why it's in
Keeps
there.
putting it back.
This is top percent. Does that mean like?
that means you are in that percentage of players. So
I'm
what's
in
your
the top
percentage?
50.
Yeah, this game,
52%.
this does
So like
not
for
exist.
PC,
So what is it? One more time.
82%.
So that
So,
means there you
out of all the
82% of players, there is only 18% of players that are lower than you.
Yeah.
You and
Oh, it's the
80%
opposite.
Same
Yes.
way.
The
The school,
opposite.
same way it works at school.
Okay.
It's
gotcha.
When they say
wasted
you're in the
on
top
Destiny.
4%, it means
Damn,
you're-
I know.
Oh, it is?
Wasted on Destiny.
Oh, oops.
It's all good. I was just like, why
You
is
know,
that not working?
yeah,
I was
so,
like, everyone else is
uh,
getting
Yeah, I
on
played
it.
the first Destiny a lot more. I thought I did. I did about 220 hours in it.
242.
Ping,
What?
242.
I put 40 hours in, but that's because I played the story and had nobody to run the end game content.
Or you'd have view more and see everything. This is totally just became a terrible podcast.
Yeah, this is
Look
great.
at my light level
I have
297.
All of
bitches.
you guys beat on PC. 23 minutes. Suck a dick, dumb shits.
Damn,
All right.
Gina.
Oh, so
Wait,
time.
I played
So
the first one for 27
I've
hours
got
and the
time
second
played
one-
177 hours and 43 minutes. Time wasted 3 hours and 4 minutes. That's because that's from a
Deleted
character that I've
characters.
deleted.
The hunter from.
How do you
Oh.
tell that?
Yeah.
Technically, then Destiny 1, I wasted 6 hours and 51 minutes after
How
I
do you guys
deleted a
tell
Titan that I didn't like.
Huh?
How do you guys see time wasted?
View more.
View more.
Oh. 14 minutes wasted. I have wasted
Hey.
0 hours.
Can we just say you are very efficient?
0 hours wasted on
To
Destiny
be fair,
2.
I was gonna say 0 hours for me as well.
I'll have you know,
I'm
I
under
own the
54
annual
hours.
pass. No,
Multipass?
multi-pass.
I'm really, really fucking sad. I
It shows a
haven't
little
figured it out.
graph. August 25th, that was low, and then between August and
Oh my god, my
September, it
warlock
was
has
massive.
gotten 86 Ingrams
See, what the fuck does this mean?
from
What?
leveling up.
So it literally tells me I have on PC, right? On all the other things, it says like owns annual pass.
All of
Okay?
my KDAs are
I
very
wasn't
similar.
talking.
Sorry.
Neither was I.
No, it says owns annual pass. When I go to PC, it says owns never played.
I don't think you've played enough. Maybe not.
Have you played any of the? Or yeah, you've played content with season pass.
Yeah, I went through and I got my ghost back. That's all I've made it.
So, can I just say right here, that's pretty neat. Destiny 1, last time I played was almost 4 years ago. Destiny 2, last seen about 4 hours ago.
132 level up Ingrams.
All right,
86.
should we start shutting this down?
2
Yeah, it's 11:45. Holy shit.
One last thing.
Yeah, the one thing he's
One
been
last
excited
thing.
about.
One last
It'll
thing,
take
go ahead.
like 3 minutes.
He's been
The
so
Last of Us 2 trailer.
Does it usually take 3 minutes?
It's so nice. I'm so excited.
Last of Us- I was surprised they gave us a date. I mean, I was like,
I
you need
agree.
to, but
I'll give
I'm
you a date.
What is it?
Please.
Like February 21st?
February 21st.
Yeah.
bad idea.
Why is everything releasing on February?
Because they're all trying to get them out before the new consoles.
Yeah, most people are gonna.
No, there's nothing really big coming out in February. It's March and April of next year is
March,
for a lot
yeah.
of stuff.
Well, February,
March is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and April is Cyberpunk 2077. But no, I guess Joel's alive, supposedly. I'm just very shocked.
I
Spoiler alert.
was gonna say, I haven't seen
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's in the trailer.
I haven't even played the game.
I haven't
so
played- I
apparently
haven't
now
seen
know
the trailer.
guys in the first game.
No. Just play the game.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't.
No.
yeah,
Just play the
He
game.
doesn't die.
No, just time has passed between the first and the second one.
yeah.
Joel's an old man, okay? Older
He's
man.
like 40.
He's 50 when you play him in the game.
To be fair, in a world surrounded by fucking cordyceps zombies,
Yeah, he seems like a badass.
He is, correct.
He's Nolan.
Yes,
Is
correct.
Or is
No,
he-
it's Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Nolan
They're the
North's
exact same person.
villain?
No, they're not.
I don't believe
What?
that they were two
Nolan
different
North's the villain in
you know
Last
what?
of
I
Us?
think maybe it's time for a replay through Last of Us.
He
actually.
played as David in The Last of Us, which is
Man,
the
I
bad
keep
guy.
going to
The bad
play
guy that
the
was
game,
trying to.
and I'm just
Well, I don't want to. Okay, you're right.
play
I guess
the
I'm
game.
okay.
Most of the characters.
want
All right, all right. Not gonna talk anymore. He is a bad. He does play a not great character.
You don't like the very beginning
I'm so over zombie games.
with him and his daughter?
I see.
not the
I
same.
feel like if that hadn't been ruined for me and I hadn't played that 4 times already, I wouldn't be like.
Well, the ruined is probably a big thing
Yeah.
because every time I play it, I still go through and I'm like,
My thing is like literally, I watched what's his name? Who's my favorite game reviewer?
Boogie.
Game reviewer?
Yes, Adam Sessler. I watched Adam
Oh.
Sessler talk about it, and literally the first thing he did was
Why
Adam
don't you ask
Sessler,
him?
Morgan Webb.
because Nick knows how much I love Adam Sessler
Mm.
because I literally went through and have followed Adam Sessler's entire career.
Big dog or little dog?
That is the greatest review he's ever done. Anywho, long story short,
Lifeline,
and he was
PS2.
like, "Oh my god, this scene was absolutely heartbreaking," and he shows it, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I started playing the game. I was like, "Eh."
Yeah, it is
That's-
heartbreaking.
So we're wrapping this up.
Before we wrap this up, I will also say, oddly enough, there's other stuff I've been playing besides Destiny.
Oh, we didn't talk about this at all.
The porn game.
No,
No.
this is the greatest game I've ever played in my life. And
It's
I'm
made
so
by-
excited about this.
Yes, Untitled Goose Game. It is made from a 4-person indie studio named House. And holy
I
shit,
watched Donkey play it. And he made it hilarious. So
this game is so
Donkey
fucking great.
makes most things
That's
hilarious, though.
But it's one of those where like Adrian was like, okay, like let's watch. We watched like 5 episodes of Disenchantment. And she was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go to bed. I was like,
You guys are almost through the whole season.
I know. And she was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go to bed. I was like, do you really want to go to the bed or do you want to do something else? And she was like, no. I was like, no. I mean a video game. She was like, what? You want to play Minecraft? It's 9:00 at night. And then I turned it on. She's like,
Okay, I'll play.
okay. So I handed her the controller, and she literally sat there for probably hour and a half, just enjoying that fucking game. But it's one of the like the best review I've seen on this is the fact of somebody was like, look, here's the situation. I've been a gamer for 30 years. I love this game. My wife, who has never played a game besides random Pokemon shuffle games here and there, loves this game. My 4-year-old loves this game. When you have all these different people that are like hardcore gamers, casual gamers, and people that have never even played a video game, playing this game, and everyone across the game enjoys it.
Good game.
It's a great game.
We didn't talk about Link's Awakening either. Has anyone played that yet besides me?
I mean, I played
the
the
original.
The original.
Yeah. That's
Where I could go, and then run forward. With the sword.
So we found out the other day I was
It's
6
really
months old
good.
when that game came out.
Huh?
I said we found out the other day I was apparently 6 months old when that game
I
came
was
out.
not conceived.
You were cum.
I don't even think so. Not
I was
even
going
On
to
that
say you
note-
wouldn't have been developed at that point.
You were a sparkle in your puppy's eye.
Or in his sheets.
No.
He wouldn't be here if that was true.
Yeah.
We'd be talking to Shander.
What am I?
That is your new name.
So I'm Tyler.
Nick.
Shander.
I'm Shander now, apparently.
That's the only thing I come up with. I'm Corey.
And I'm gonna go back to
This
play
is
more
Joe.
Goose Games if I can't get my
Change
PC
your
working.
name.
Joe.
So
Mama.
anyway, yeah. Till next week. Bye.
Bye.